Some ornaments on there, I guess. So I just put him in. I had him standing in the corner.
Is that what he was?
Yeah.
Is that what he was doing in the corner, man? Because it looked like it did look like he was in the corner. I was like, well, what's he doing in the corner?
Yeah, I had him standing in the corner. These kids today, they don't understand all that discipline back in the day. So I got to try to implement some. The next go round is going to be him stand up against the wall with his knees bent and his arms sticking out. So whenever we go to Cheryl's mom's house, her mom will be like, she'll get frustrated with the kids, so she'll say my name, which that means for me to come here and take care of all the kids. So I'll have them all lined up. I had a couple of my nieces and nephew crying. They couldn't stand that long. I was like, well, when grandma tells you to do something, you better do it. You won't have to be
better do it.
suffering. So, alrighty. So, other than that,
let me get this live thing going. We're live, but let me know if you get.
Alrighty. So,
let me cut it down. There we go. This is better. That way. Let me know if I echo or anything, man.
Okay.
So he was in the corner getting disciplined.
Yeah. Yeah, because you whoop a kid's ass these days. It's you're beating him. So put some psychological shit on him. Maybe that might help. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I have no idea. Hell, man. So what's up, man? What you inside back of you're in your bedroom or what?
Yeah, I'm in the bedroom because the area where I got where Cheryl did a little area for me, it's not that big, and then the lighting in this house is horrible. So I was like, I'll just do it in the bedroom or whatever, Plus, we got some of the neighborhood kids. They're in the other room. They're playing with the kids, so I just closed the door. That way I got a little bit of privacy. So.
Man, I'm glad you knew it, man. I was knocked out, dude. I had me a big old plate of some fried rice, man. When I got home after I called you, because I went down to get some sticks done earlier, and then I came home and I ate, man. I was knocked the fuck out. I tell you what, if you didn't call, I would have been gone, man. I would have been just all through the night, probably woken up around midnight, wondering what the fuck.
Yeah, I went to talk to Brad today. Just see what other books he had, and then we're still gonna set up an appointment. Well, kind of not an appointment, but for me to go over his house because he's got some other books he wants me to look at and see if I might want. And then I'm gonna just talk to him about, maybe getting a layaway thing going because he has some graded books. I want a lot of Batman graded books from the Golden Age that he's got. So I went in and picked this up today from him. It was, Conan.
Is that
number one?
Conan number one?
Graded at a 4.0. I have it already, but mine has Stanley's signature on it. So I'm just thinking, with all the Stanley signatures I got, the Big O got for me, maybe I can get those books, on eBay, probably already graded, signature series verified, and then sell those raw copy ones with those signatures to see, what I can get with those to help me with whatever I need for any of my other collections. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing I got a CBCS they verified, but I don't know if it's because the OCD and my competitiveness is kicking in with CGC for their registry point stuff. This only gave me 33 points because I think, it's in the 70s, but it's a lower grade. And then I go in there and look other people who's got the same, say a Conan the Barbarian set to see what grades they got. And I'll be seeing some amazing grades. One guy's got this at a 9.8, a 9.8. So of course he's going to get more points for that or whatever. So that's the kick I'm on right now. CBCS says they're going to start it, but they haven't. And I know they're new, but I ain't got time for that to be waiting. I'm already, like I said, 5,196 points with just 45 books, which that's an average of 115. So I'm averaging 115 points per book. And it'll show you on there on the site, your average. One guy, he's averaging 5,000 points, but he's only submitted one book and got like 5,000 points for that one book. They don't, as easy as like that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out, man, and just see what kind of. I'm just curious, Did you ever figure out if you actually need a membership to be able to submit the registry, or can you just?
I think since you already had a membership, because I've seen, because your account I was following Marky, one of my old soldiers, and a couple other people, but I think as long as you already had that membership, I think you can add the books. I just think you can't submit none unless you renew your account.
Okay.
So to say like whatever graded book you don't have on there, just go on there and see if it'll upload or whatever. Because I think I added a couple on there before, if I remember correctly, and I didn't have my membership had expired, because it's not like I renew it right then and there. I'll renew it, but I don't do it. It's not no big rush or whatever.
Yeah.
So. But my ranking is number 1,493 out of 5,102.
Oh, that's not too bad. You got me up in the thousands, so that's pretty close.
Yeah, there's like 50 something pages, and I'm like on page number 15.
Oh, it's not too bad, brother.
Yeah, and then it shows you also when you update it, it'll show like on the far right, like who's updated, and then I look at that stuff too, and some cats haven't updated since like 2010 or maybe 2011.
Yeah.
But but they got high points because I guess they was like into it when it first started, I guess. So, but like I said, I went and picked out a couple of titles that I can compete for another certificate, like Power Girl or 4-issue limited series. If I submit all 4 of those books and get more than 15 points, then I should be able to win that certificate for 2017 or whatever. But we'll see.
Good luck on that.
What's up?
I said, well, good luck on that shit, man.
Oh, yeah. But I'm pretty sure you'll probably catch up with me.
You want to see what came in yesterday,
man? Yeah.
Is it Ray? That is Ray, man. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this beautiful, beautiful girl because, I don't know, man. You know how your OCD gets when it comes to trying to get your registry points and stuff like this. My OCD kicked in with these Star Wars ones.
Yeah.
I plus this was probably I pretty much got majority of all of them anyways. That's by Hot Toys that pretty much came out. But I said, man, let me go ahead and get her. At first, I wasn't going to get her, man, because I don't know. It just something rubbed me the wrong way and stuff. But then I started looking at more pictures of her and how people set her up with like her full like scavenger suit and all that stuff. And I was like, all right, man. I said, she doesn't look too bad. So I decided.
Now, are you going to get the second one? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to make another one when the next Star Wars movie come out next year.
Well, there's already a second one. There's with her in her Rebel outfit. There's another one in her Rebel, but that was I don't know if that was limited or what, but it's like it's more expensive than this one, and it's a little bit harder to get. I know everybody that I've looked on eBay and I've seen people who had this one are raising the prices on her. But I went ahead and got the scavenger look. There's really no difference. I mean, her facial expression just is a little bit different, and her clothing is a little bit different. But I decided to go ahead and just go with this one, man. Now there's another set with her and BB-8, and the base is a little bit different, like they're on the sand and everything. But I just ended up getting her. I said, I don't need BB-8, man. I mean, it's just a little round ball, man. I don't want to get a BB-8, So I decided just to go with her. I think she's nice. I mean, look at the detail and the realism that goes into the face. Well, you know how it is with Hot Toys, man. But
yeah, I mean, I just wish. What the heck? Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Let's hear echo. Was that on my end or your end? I hear echo.
I think that's your end, man, because I hear myself talking after you. And yeah.
Okay, let me fix that.
Hey, what's up, everybody in the chat that's viewing, man? We got quite a lot of viewers, man. I wasn't expecting that. We're just gonna come on here and shoot the shit with me and Ray. But thanks everybody for joining, man. Let's see, we got Rez Reeds. What's going on, Rez Reeds? Cholula's Comics. A4 JLS is joining us. Let's see, Amazing Murphinator. What's going on, man? A-Port. Otakudan 48. Comically Flawed. What's going on? Let's see.
Vernon Johnson. Rod. Comically Flawed. Okay. All right, Rez. How you doing, Rez?
Comic fan. Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. We're just me and Ray decided, it's a Saturday night, and nerds like us really don't have a lot to do except love our collection anyway. So we decided just to come on and just kind of shoot the shit and stuff, and just show little things. Hey, man, let's talk about commissions, man. I want to.
Oh man, you striking a nerve with me on commissions, man. Okay, let's talk about this.
It's a nerve for me too. It's a little bit of a hitting a nerve with me too. And I don't know, man. Let's talk a little bit about commission prices, how the quality of work on commissions, the wait time periods, and let's bunch all that stuff up together. Because it's to a point now where some commissions, if you guys don't know, some people charge more than others. You know what I mean? And then
what we'll do is, okay, check a look at this. I got this done in Vegas. Now, take a guess how much this cost me, Marty. Just take a guess.
For that one, what I would usually pay if I see an artist doing something like that, especially at a convention, sometimes they charge about, I don't know, 50 to 60 bucks, maybe 100, depending on who it is.
40 bucks. 40 bucks for this. 40 bucks. So you have your good and your bad. This right here, this one right here, 40 bucks.
That's yeah.
40 bucks for that. Let me see. Let me get a. And then I know people have seen the video where I've shown this one. I have to take it out because it's he did the front and the back cover. But look at this right here. Look at this beauty. 50 bucks.
50 bucks. And let me show you. Let me show you. Pull that up again. Hold that up a little longer, Ray, and so that people can see the color and all that shit.
Let's see, right there. Female Thor, Red Sonja. My man Jeff West, big shout out to him. He's not trying to like break, make you poor or whatever, but I just think, he put in his work, and for 50 bucks, and he gave me an outstanding commission like this. That's why I always go back to him to get stuff done. If you can get anything under 100 bucks and the quality is looking like this, then I recommend you do that. Like I said, he's done 1, 2, 3, 4 commissions for me, whereas I got a commission. So since we're talking about commissions, I got a commission that I paid a individual back in August 17th of 2015. Yes, I know the exact date because I was excited to get this commission because it's from should I say the word legendary?
Well, legendary means he'd probably be dead by now, right? If a person's a legend, he's dead, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna say a very well-known animator in the cartoon industry. For you don't know, he worked on Black Star, He-Man, Thunder the Barbarian. What's that other cartoon? Brave Star. I want to say the Ghostbusters cartoon and some Scooby-Doo and stuff. So very well-known animator artist, an artist that came on one of our comic talk shows.
Mm-hmm.
So the guys know, no slouch. Everybody should know him. Well, months then went by. So right now we're sitting at 16 months, and I have not seen my commission that I paid $155 for. So the sketch is supposed to be a Black Star, He-Man, and Thundar, all together. So it just one day I emailed and said, hey, no, what was it? It was July because I was in Alaska last year. So July came and I emailed this individual and said, hey, here's my address. So now when you finish my sketch, you can send it to this address. And the reply I got was, okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's fast forward to October this year. Yes, October. So from July to October, I had to go to the field. I came back and there was an email on my work email stating that I need your address. But I didn't see it. It happened October 18th. So October 31st is when I came back from the field and I seen it. So I was like thinking, I think gave this fucker my address already. So what the fuck? So 3 weeks went by and I'm like, I heard nothing else. So I was like, hey, what's going on with my sketch? He's like, well, since I received your email too late, I've already moved and packed up. And once I unpack, then I'll mail your stuff out. I'm like, what the fuck? So you mean to tell me that I already gave you my address in fucking July and you wanted it again in October? So maybe if you'd have checked your fucking email, you can see the email traffic. And then another thing that pissed me off was, I'm not no dummy, but I'm not no like computer expert, but Hotmail does not mean when you move, your email address changes. And that's what I was told.
He's telling you.
Yeah, I've moved, so my email address has changed. What the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Man, that's bullshit, dude. Ain't no one's email address change unless
So he gave me another email address, which I was like, whatever the fuck. So I sent him, my address through that email. But I'm saying Hotmail does not change.
No.
Nobody uses it a lot, but it doesn't change because you moved and got another internet provider. But another thing that made me mad is saying that, oh, it's packed away. Motherfucker, if you've already finished my book, that should have been left out somewhere waiting for my email to say, oh, it's still the same address. Let me mail this guy's stuff out because I've been had it too long.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing that's irritating me right now. And best believe when I get it, but I'm going to say if I get it.
If you get it,
and
right.
When I do a video, I'm going to blast this mofo like it ain't no tomorrow. I wish I knew if another con he was going to be at, because I would have a sign protesting such and such is a crook.
So you pretty much out 160, right?
I'm going to say, yeah. Right now I am. And then if you go to a website called heman.org, then I started turning my wheels or whatever, looking at all the comments to where this individual's done other commissions for people and they haven't received theirs yet. Or took somebody else's work by taking their name off and putting his name on there. That's what, the big thing that's going on right now. So I don't even know if I get this commission, if he actually did it.
He could be feeding you a whole bunch of shit saying that, I've done this, I've done that, and probably nothing, he probably is just, I mean, how do you know? Has he even sent you like a work in progress or anything like that? Or
no, nothing. Yeah. That's another thing, at least like, I must use Jeff's name again, Jeff West, his friend Trey that handles all his stuff will message me and say, hey, Jeff didn't get started right now because he's at a con, which is fine with me because they're keeping me updated.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If he would have been messaging me and say, hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 I wouldn't be so irritated right now. Instead of months going by and not knowing what's going on. That $155, Yeah, it may be some chump change for some people, but that's $55 of my money, my hard-earned money that, you know, that I get every month that I gave somebody because I trusted this person to be able to do a sketch and get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the
What's the
longest I've ever waited for a sketch was like maybe like 3 weeks is the longest I ever waited.
Yeah. So what's the percentage you say out of all the commissions that you've gotten and him doing what he did, man? Is it like maybe one out of five? I don't know, 2 out of 5 of all the commissions that you've gotten? Is that he's probably the only guy that screwed you?
Yeah, he's the only guy that screwed me over. Everybody else has been excellent. Like, you know, let's see, where's that one? Say this one right here from Dietrich Smith. He's on the Facebook page. Took him 3 hours to do that, and this is almost the same sketch that I wanted from Tom Cook, as in, but with He-Man in there as well. So how can a guy that can knock this out in 3 hours, but a guy who's been drawing these characters all his freaking career has been taking 16 freaking months?
You know what's a funny thing, man? When I went to the commission and I saw him, he was knocking out a commission at the convention, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish I was there. I would have flipped the fucking table.
I bet you would have, man.
I would have flipped the table and said, hey, no, you stop doing that shit right now and finish my shit. I want my shit. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's some BS. And like I said, I got it. These guys got all these other projects. But if you're at a con, you can knock out a fucking sketch within like 20 minutes. Where's my shit at? You know? It's not like I'm going to let this shit rest. If I don't get it, then he's really going to be put on blast, because there's no way I should be waiting. Nobody should be having to wait 16 months. Nobody should even wait like over 2 months for a freaking commission. If you're saying you took my money, so my money was good enough for you to do the commission, then it should be good enough for you to knock my shit out right now. So that way, that's one less person I have to worry about, you know, whatever, you know. So excuse all my language or whatever. It just irritates me, because these cats are like taking advantage of people, you know, that, you know, enjoy their artwork. That a lot of us grew up on He-Man, Thundar, those cartoons and stuff, seeing that stuff, and then you finally meet the artist that, you know, that's doing it, and then you get snubbed like that.
Yeah, man, I totally relate to exactly. You know that too, man. I'm in the same boat as you are, man, when it comes to one of the commissions. I think we actually commissioned each at around that same time, man. And
I think you got me by like a couple of weeks, maybe, if that, but around about the same time.
Yep, I sure did, man. And around this time too is when I'm also out $600 from that one motherfucker who was supposed to send me that Captain America suit. Remember that motherfucker that that I bought
I remember
from. And come to find out, man, my fault. Half of my fault was that I should have done my research about this guy first before I actually commissioned this guy. But he's the one that reached out to me the second time, and he said, "Hey, listen, do you want this Captain America suit? I'm going to sell this." You know, I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll take it." So I knew it was, you know, I had everything that said, "Yeah, this suit was done." You know, all you have to do is pay me, and I'll send you the suit. Well, months went by. You know, I'm contacting this guy constantly, dude. And then he's always giving me one excuse after another, you know, and then I find out more people are starting to come out. I started finding more shit out, man. And sure enough, you know, that dude, man, he scanned me out of freaking $600. So I'm out $600 on a Captain America suit that I will never get. I'll probably never get my money back. What I've been meaning to do is call my damn lawyer up and find out what I can do about it, but I haven't just got around to it yet. But yeah, I totally understand, man. So, you know, and this ain't a cheap hobby. We know that. This ain't a cheap hobby.
No, it's not. You know, I'm just fortunate. You know, I got a wife that understands that this is what I like to do. Even before I met her, I was collecting comics, but not deep into it as in like okay, now with the grading, now with getting commission sketches now, since that's been the big wave of everything now. So for $155, or even with you like 600 some bucks, just being pissed away because you got, you know, these scammers. So
I worked my heart. I worked my ass off. I'm deployed for that money. You know, that's my goddamn money, dude. I mean, I worked my butt up for it, and this motherfucker who all he does is scam people, you know, runs off and takes my money, man, and doesn't have the common courtesy to give me a reach around, man. I mean, if you're gonna fuck me in the ass, at least leave some lube for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll back your ass up for you, but just give me some lube, motherfucker, right?
Yeah, I just don't understand it, man. How you just, you know, do people like that, you know? And then you know, it's just fucking ridiculous to me. But you know, like I said, if I get it, I'll be happy. If I don't get it, then sure shit no. I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this, I put the name in the chat room, so they know now. So I'm pretty sure some of our friends or whatever, if they ever see this cat at a con, they'll probably like put him on blast, because social media will destroy a mofo in a minute. You know, all it takes is one bad thing, and then everybody else finds out, and then he's toast. Then he's toast. So we'll see. But
if I ever ran into that motherfucker in the street, dude, you'd be getting a call later on that evening to come get I would choke fuck the hell out of a motherfucker if he pisses me off like that, man. Rip out his fucking eyeballs, and I will fuck the shit out of his eyeball skull, man. I tell you what. Yeah, I'm a fairly nice guy. I'm easy to get along with and everything. I'm trying to get laid back and everything. But when somebody pisses me off, dude, you know, you're lucky I didn't break out. I'll go through my armory just to go hunting for your ass. But nevertheless, hey, let me show you a couple of my commissions, man. And let me show you a couple of commissions first that piss me the hell off. Okay.
Oh, okay. I think I know one of them. But
yeah, you know one of them. That I pay good money for, man. And it's just like, this one is by, and a lot of people know him, man, is what the fuck is it? Michael Golden. You know who Michael Golden, right? Right? He's an artist. He did this for me, man. You see that?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, let's just say this is that the yellow label?
Yeah, that's yeah, I got this done yellow label that day of the convention that I've gone to. But look, okay. This shit cost me $160, dude. All right, $160. Man, my little nephew, my little niece could probably draw better than that. I can draw better than this shit with no goddamn training whatsoever. All right.
I wouldn't have done this shit. I would told him that shit look like garbage. You are the paying customer. If I would have saw that shit, if I had got that done and saw them, like, hey man, I don't like that shit. You better fix that shit. Oh,
man. Look at this shit, dude. I mean, seriously, Ray. I looked at this shit, man.
It looked like he took some ink and put on his hand and just posted it on there.
Can you even tell what character? Can you tell what character this is?
I mean, I guess it's supposed to be Rogue, but if somebody didn't know who she was, it'd be like, who the fuck is that?
It's supposed to be Rogue, man. It's supposed to be Rogue, dude. Let me show you another one that pisses me the hell off. All right.
Is it all in pencil? Is it black and white?
This is probably the worst one that freaking pissed me off, man. Is this shit right here. All right. I'm so pissed off about this. Not only am I pissed off for the amount that I paid for it, I paid $75 for this piece of shit right here. And it took longer than expected. And it is not what I wanted. It was supposed to be Wonder Woman in a Injustice League style. All right. I want you to take a closer look at Wonder Woman, man. Wonder Woman looked like a freaking dude. Look at that face on Wonder Woman. I look like a freaking dude, man. And look at the shield.
She looked like the Joker's face. It looked like
I don't freaking know. And look at this shit, man. Look at Batman. What the fuck, dude?
Man.
Ugly ass commission. All right? Ugly ass commission. I don't give a fuck. This shit look ugly as fuck, dude. If it's ugly, it's ugly. I'm gonna tell you straight up, okay? It's fucking ugly, dude. All right? This one, not so bad. Not so bad commission, but for the price I paid for it, man, I thought it'd be a lot better. This one right here is Black Cat. Nice lines, man. Beautiful, beautiful lines on this. Okay, look, very beautiful. For $160 though, I thought I'd get more for $160 than what I got right there. You see what I'm saying, Ray?
Is that the same artist?
No, it's a different artist. This one was Bob McLeod, man, and that was at the same convention and shit.
Is that the one we went to? That's not the one we went to, was it?
No, this was like way before the one. Yeah, I was way before, man.
Okay.
I think I did a video of this.
Oh, okay.
I think I did a video of that like last year or some shit like that, man. You know, I don't know, man. But let me show you another one. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. But see, I like the way this artist does his fees though. You basically pay him whatever amount you want it, and he'll give you a drawing based off of, you know, whatever it is, either $50, $80. First time I ever met this guy, man.
Okay.
He was running this.
Sounds about reasonable.
Yeah, and I paid $80. I didn't know what I was getting for $80, but this came out gorgeous, bro. This is an $80 commission right here. All right, it's an $80 commission. It's not bad, right? It's a little color.
That's not bad right there.
You know, so it's nice. You know, and he did this at the table. You know. At the table, man. Let me tell you. There's this one artist, and I was it was on our Facebook group. Well, on their Facebook group, and they had posted a picture of the Black Cat of this artist of who he did this. So I was in, and they're saying it's for sale, right? And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, it was a gorgeous piece, dude. It's a gorgeous piece because I love the way this artist does a lot. I'm a big fan of this artist. Until now, I'm no longer a big fan of him after seeing, you know, some of the shit he's been doing and the prices he's been jacking up for people, man. He wanted $1,200 fucking for one page of the Black Cat. And I'm like, who the fuck asked for $1,200 for some shit, man? You know what I mean?
I can tell you, you get a full body figure drawn by Neil Adams. He charges $1,200 fucking.
Well, that's Neil Adams. That's Neil Adams. You're talking about a guy.
$1,200 is still too fucking much, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But this guy was no comparison to Neil. He don't even like. He's not even a speck of dust on Neil Adams' shoes, man.
Okay,
you know
so he's
I mean?
not really no comic book artist then.
No, he's a comic book artist, but you know, and he's worked on shit like Marvel and DC, and he's really good. You know, and like, come on, man, he's not at that level. He's not like iconic level.
Oh, okay.
You know, no, dude, no, it's just not going to happen.
Let's see what it looks like.
Well, I didn't buy it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't buy it. Yeah, I ain't that crazy, man.
Oh, okay.
I ain't crazy. Let me show you something else, man. Big O sent me this. Oh, Big O. Shout out to Big O, by the way. Big O, he's been hooking some people up, man, lately. You know, I know he's hooked you up with a whole bunch of stuff. He hooked me up with something. This is what he hooked me up with before. He hooked me up with this commission, but it wasn't like this. It was more, it was an outline originally when he sent this to me. I had no idea.
Is that Ryan Kincaid, right? Is that Ryan?
Yeah, this is Ryan Kincaid, man. Check this out. So I had, you know,
Ryan Kincaid right here.
Yeah,
look at that.
There's another Ryan Kincaid right here. Look at that.
So shout out to Ryan Kincaid because this took this was like 3 hours right here at the Las Vegas Con this year. Awesome artist.
And I've even got another commission in the buffer with him right now, so he's doing a commission for me. And anyways, to get back to my story, Big O had sent me this, and at the time it was an outline, and I really liked the way this guy did Harley, and so I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, man," I said, "Hey, you know, Big O, you did a commission for him. This was the commission. I was wondering if you would do a commission for me. And this is the one he did for me right here.
Yeah.
But when I was talking to him, I was like, hey, Big O sent me. I was wondering if you could add some color to it because I think this looked really, really good with some color to it. And so he ended up adding some color to this one for me. And he did that commission for me. And he's got another commission for me, steampunk Harley Quinn and a steampunk Poison Ivy together, man. It's
So how much was that one, the one behind you? How much was that one?
$100. See,
that's what I'm talking about. This one only cost me $40. This one was only $40. Then you did. Okay, well, I'll eat later. Thank you.
No, you have to eat right now.
Oh, okay, I'll think about it. So, like I said, this one was $40. $40. That's not
bad.
Good.
Yeah, that's really good. And I gotta give a shout out to my girl Sora Sung, man. She hooked me up with a beautiful bombshell Harley Quinn. Took her a little bit longer, but she was really sweet enough to keep me posted throughout the time frame, saying, hey, listen, I'm moving. You know, I got this going on. Your number is so on my list. So a lot of these artists that you know, not, keep me in the loop. Exactly. I know some artists, not all of them did that for me. You know, some of them did. You know, but not all of them. She was one of them. So shout out to her, man. She hooked me up with this beautiful, beautiful piece right here. This is the bombshell Harley one, man. And I told her, and you know, I just told her what character I wanted, and I gave her total free reign of artistic creativity that she wanted, man. So I was like, whatever, you know what I mean? Do whatever she wants. So she had fun, and that's what she came out with me for. And another shout out to my girl Crystal Lara. You know, I love me some Crystal Lara, right?
Yeah, she got some nice, awesome artwork.
Crystal Lara. This is only the front page. This is the only of the front page of Harley Quinn. The Wonder Woman's on the back.
Is that the Wonder Woman with the lasso around her?
Yeah, that's the Wonder Woman. If you see, that's the lasso. You know, bondage, bitch. Hey, Biggie, bondage.
And then I got my man. I'm gonna have Jeff work on a poster board background, so that way it's got, you know, the comic book fanatics. It's got, you know, my name, your name, and then some characters. I just got to come up with some characters, which I know we both like. Conan, I might have him on there. I know you like Spidey. I like Thor, and to do it like that, so that way that background, whenever, you know, video time, you know, it's good to go. But so, like I said, some of them commissions are outrageous, and then some are legit, as in the reason some artists understand that, yeah, this person, you know, I'm not going to try to break somebody, you know, because, oh, I draw for Marvel, or I draw for DC or Image or whatever, you know, I think this is reasonable. And then, you know, when I first met Jeff at the Las Vegas con, and then I asked him for the commission because I got one of the books there. Matter of fact, I got all my graded books right here, folks. So I'm gonna pull them out. Let's see, which one is it? It's this right here. Jeff did this for me when I met him at the Las Vegas con. Laura Kinney, the female Wolverine, and then a female Thor on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And that was $40. That was $40. Extra $10 for color, $50. So whenever I get a commission done from him, it's like $50 with color, and it's just awesome. Just awesomeness.
I'm gonna put my headphones on because I started hearing an echo and shit, man. So
I don't know. Not on my end.
It's probably on my end, man. So let me set this shit up. Headphones, bitch.
Yeah, Rez just said that too. I hear an echo.
Yeah, that should be better.
So
I finally got to tune into Rez's one of Rez's early afternoon show the other day, man. I haven't been able to do a lot of shit lately with work and school.
And with that being said, everybody, because I know a lot of people was upset about the Comic Talk stuff or whatever, but this is, you know, a decision that we made because the fact that okay, everybody knows I'm still in the Army. So I'm going through the Sergeant Major Academy, and that's like a school. So it's like I got homework. I gotta, come home every day. I gotta read some stuff, be ready for the next day, or I got papers. And then Marty's going through his college stuff or whatever. So when the weekend comes, it's not like we don't want to do it or whatever. It's more like that weekend is to recover.
Yeah.
So you figure, that Saturday, that Sunday, it's just recovery. I miss the comic talk. Because we had a lot of great people come on there, but it's just a decision that we made because of the fact that our schedule is so hectic right now. Now, that's not to say that later on it won't happen after, Marty's done with school and I'm done with school. So I'm done with school June 22nd. So that way everybody knows. That's when I graduate and I'm done. And then either 4 to 6 years after that, then I'll be retired from the Army for good and I can enjoy the retirement like my man right there, being able to sleep in he can't sleep in no more because he got to go to school. He's got to go to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so he's got to.
I gotta work too.
So,
I gotta work too, man.
So he can't sleep in like he used to. But I'm just saying, as in,
I did take a year off though. I did take a year off from from working and stuff, but I still went to school. But I still had some vacation time in a sense.
Yeah, so it's not like comic talk is dead. There's a lot of other great shows out there that that's out there. We've been invited on some of them. If I'm able to make it, I'm able to make it. Or Marty gets invited, this and that, because I know this all started back in 2015, and that's Cheryl waving right there, my partner in crime right there. So I got hot wings and fries right there.
Damn, she taking care of you, man. She got some hot wings, you got some beer going on. That's a Saturday night, man. Now, hey, man, wait a minute. I thought I was closing out comic talk for good, man. I'm closing that shit out, man. Like no more comic talk. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, there's a lot of other great shows out there. So
yeah, there's
no
plenty
problem coming on other shows to be guest or whatever. But like I said, our schedule is so hectic with school and work and all that, and that was the reason why we decided, to go ahead and shut it down. We still make videos when we have time.
Yeah, there's still a lot of good shows out there, man. You got the New York Warriors out there. I'm still on Lords of the Box Office. That's still on Fridays as well. And then when I get a chance to, I'll do Lou's show. But Lou's show's during the week, and Tim's show's on Friday. Those are the days I have to work, so I don't get off until late. So if I do come on, it'd probably be when I get off of work, and because I usually work late those nights, but.
So just remember, everybody, check out those shows right there. You'll get some good knowledge. There's a lot of knowledgeable guys on there. I'll peep them out every now and then because I just love when they show their books or they, in general, talk about what's going on, give you some updates on movies. Like everybody knows I'm a Thor fan, so I am really, really looking forward to November of 2017 of Ragnarok to watch Thor and Hulk smash some goddamn heads in. That's what I'm looking forward to, and then that way we can find out what happened to the Hulk in the Avengers. There's a lot of speculation that Quinjet he just flew into space, but Nick Fury said they found it in Fiji. So I don't know if he was lying to make Black Widow feel better, because I know the Hulk was about to smash her, but it never happened.
Well, he's probably been smashing Black Widow for a good time period. That's why she in love with him, because he must be smashing that shit. Can you imagine how big the Hulk is, man? she probably liked, man, that's a big boy. I gotta hang on to the Hulk, man. He's smashing it.
Oh, well, he's probably started a day better because then he got excited and then that it probably would have been nervous scene when he changed or something.
Yeah, man, a lot of exciting movies coming up, man. There's a whole crap load of movies coming up, and I like the way they're going, man.
I want to say, because I got the game on in the background, because I was told it was one of the championship college football games that they was going to show the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy. So I might have missed it. I don't know if anybody that's following this have they seen it, but I did look at it a little bit, and it looked like it's Guardians of the Galaxy. I wasn't a fan of them growing up as the comics, but that first movie was on point, and this one, the second movie, looks like it's really going to be on point. So if they're able to, what phase are they on? Phase 3 of the Marvel movies? Well, whatever phase later on that they're able to combine all of them, fighting Thanos or whatever, that'd be real good. I can't wait to see that.
Don't get me a line, man. I am so behind on my comic reads, my pull list, man. I'm so behind. So you ask me anything about comic books, movie comic books news related, I'll probably look at you like this. I can show you how to draw some blood out of a ETS tube. I can draw some blood out of a syringe for you if you want. I'm so behind on that. But that's why you guys like when I post pictures on the CBF Facebook group, that you'll see a lot of the statues because I haven't really had a lot of time to catch up on reading and comic books. I just been like kind of focusing on my 1/6 scales and just getting those, and you'll see that's why you see a lot of the pictures. I've even cut back on my reads. Is your wife yelling at me again?
No, no, she's not yelling at you. All right, we're good. Gotta go close the door. She yelling at the kids. Everybody knows if you got kids, kids do crazy stuff to make you say crazy things. So
kids do some crazy shit, man.
Yeah. But so my question to you, how many books do you have overall that are graded? Because I know the graded thing is a big wave. Everybody's into it. I didn't get into it till 2012.
Yeah.
And the first book I ever got graded was Cheryl took it to a comic book store when he was at Fort Riley, Kansas. Was Daredevil number 20. So she took it in October 2012. It came back February 2013. So I was like, man, that's a long time for all this stuff. But like I said, I was new to all this. But I have altogether from CGC, I have 45 books graded. Not that I've sent all 45 in. I've done sent some in, but I bought some off eBay. I have 13 CBCS, which all of them I sent in except one I bought already graded off eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And then my man Big O, he sent me 2 books that are PGX. So I have all 3 grading companies. So what is that? That's 13, 15. So I have 60 books altogether that have been graded.
Well, how much does one CGC box hold?
30 books, I believe.
30 books. So I probably have about 60 or so, man. Because I've got like 2 boxes filled up. So probably about 60.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been focusing more on I think on the latter part of this year have been like we talked about, commissions.
Yeah.
I've been focusing a lot on commissions.
Ooh, that's nice. Who's that? Black Cat and Mary Jane?
I played for this one, man, at the convention, and this is in color too. $50, man. Amateur artist, dude. $50, and look at this. Isn't it gorgeous?
That is detailed.
So
yeah,
what are you doing? Are you paying for the artwork, or are you paying for the name? You know what I mean? That's just like autographs.
I think with Neil Adams, you're paying for the name. I think you're paying for his name. The big known artists, you're paying for the name. But like you said, an amateur, I think you're paying for his artwork because he's got his pencils and his pens and his his colors or whatever. I think that's what you're paying for with them. But with the big name artists, I think it's their name. They think I guess because my name is such and such, so I can charge this, and I know people will buy it. Which, if they got like $1,200 to like toss away, then yeah, they could probably buy it, because probably had no bills, probably had no child support, which, I pay child support, so I can't get a lot of stuff, but I think that's what it is. The big name guys are going by off their name. And I kind of don't blame them, because I guess back in the day they really wasn't getting paid, so I guess they're trying to make up for that lost cause from back in when they started. That's the only thing I can figure.
Yeah, and a lot of them I hear are a little bit disgruntled about the whole flipping thing too, because I know some artists talk they talk about like, yeah, some guys would get my commission, and then next thing you know, the next day it's on eBay for like so much money and stuff like that. Like Ryan Kincaid, I was talking to him the other day, man, and he was telling me, he was like, because I was telling him, he showed me like a work in progress of the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy steampunk commission that I asked to get done, and he was like, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna get that one freaking graded. I'll get it slabbed. I mean, because not necessarily graded, just get it slabbed. You know how they just do it slabbed without the grade and stuff for the artwork. And and he thought I was gonna turn around and get it sell it. I was like, no, man, no, this shit's for me, dude. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get that slabbed, and it's because he was like, yeah, that should get you a pretty good profit. I was like, dude, I'm a collector, man. I'm not gonna. That's something I want. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do it. Now there's stuff I will sell that if I don't have. And by the way, if anybody's interested, I'm selling that Rogue. I'm selling that Jean Grey right there, and there's a Baroness up there you probably can't see. And then I'm selling that Doctor Doom one too. But I'm gonna sell those ones, man, because it doesn't, just like what we talked about. I've come to this realization after a few years of collecting and seeing how I got my thing set up now, that it doesn't really match the theme that I like. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm and the Rogues, the X-Men. I mean, X-Men's are cool, but I'm not really too big into X-Men. I'm more of a DC guy, which So I think I'm going to let those pieces go, and whatever I get back on those pieces, and invest that into something that matches my whole theme of things. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's like the Juggernaut and Venom statue. How you say that? Kotobukiya? However you say that name. Yeah. So I had two of those, and at first when I bought them, I was like, damn, that's some nice statues. But now, like I said, like how we discussed, it's not part of my theme. So why keep it? So I ended up selling those, and then when I sold them, I was able to get something that I needed, as in Journey to Mystery '89. So that helped out. So now I got a couple of more like Bowen statues, and they really don't fit my theme. It's a Wolverine and Captain America. So
right.
I can sell those. So
yeah,
that way I can get what I actually want. And I think by getting a book, there's less space taken up than what a statue will.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And that can actually go to my. That can go to my like Predator or whatever I get back from these statues. Like I said, it's I love them. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some really beautiful pieces. I think that Rogue right now is, I seen it on eBay. That's going for about $900 to $1,000. You know what I mean?
Wow.
For that Rogue right there. Beautiful. It's a rose, the Rogue Mackay, and then I just want to get my money back and my shipping back. I'm not trying to go crazy. I'm not like a retailer who's trying to make a big profit off of that. No, not at all, man. I want to get my money back of what I paid for it, the shipping I got it for, and maybe a little throw me a little bone, so I can I can get a little something nice afterwards. Yeah. But nothing crazy, man. I'm a collector first and foremost, and I'm going to flip these for the simple fact to get something that I really love, that I'd really like to have up on there and displayed and stuff. And I kind of, I don't know, man. I kind of thought, and I'm still thinking long and hard about that Rogue, because it's such a gorgeous piece, man. And I love that piece, but the problem is it just doesn't go with my theme, man. It doesn't go with my DC theme, and then my Marvel theme is mainly my Spider-Man. Is the Spider-Man, or like the Avengers. Like the Avengers, like the main Avengers, Captain America, Thor and stuff. And I don't really have a lot of those, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
You know, we'll see. We'll see if I can sell it, man.
So where are you at with your 2016 wish list?
What's that, man? What's 2016 wish list?
Your top 10 list. Where are you at with that?
What list? I think I threw that shit out the window, man. You know what I mean? A while back. I think for the wish list, man, I don't know. Maybe I got more into the hype of everybody doing a wish list at the beginning of the year. Everybody's like tagging everybody to do, well, what's your top 10 wish list and shit like that. What's up, Cheryl? Cheryl?
Hey.
Hey. What's up, girlfriend?
Not you got a sweatshirt?
Yeah.
I done had this. Ray got one too.
You did?
Yeah, Ray got one too. Yeah, we got this shit last year.
I got a shirt. I don't have a sweatshirt.
Yeah, you do.
I got three.
You got this.
I want some.
Where is that? At your house? Because I don't have it here.
No, Ray, I got you a sweatshirt last year, brother, when you were in Alaska. You're like, because it's cold in Alaska. You're like, I want a sweatshirt. You got a sweatshirt, brother.
Oh, okay. I need to find that then. You put my shit somewhere?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, so
You got a black one too. You got a black sweatshirt too, brother.
I need to find that. Okay. Go show what I know.
I think I remember you wearing it. I remember you wearing it in Alaska too.
I don't remember.
Okay, I need to find my shit then.
Oh.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, man. Hey, Mason, I need a paper towel. Yeah, I don't even remember that. Okay. I'm gonna have to go look for that.
Yeah, you got one, man. I got you one because when I went and got this one done, and then I showed this to you, like you tell me I want one, and you sent me the money for it. You PayPal me the money, and then I went and got you one.
Okay. Okay. Now I remember where she put it because yes, Rez, I will find the sweatshirt, Rez. She put find the sweatshirt. Yes, I will find it. It's probably here in the closet. I need to get that because it's not even really cold where I'm at here in Texas. You know, it was it was raining today, but it's like a high of 60, a little chilly 60, but a whole lot better than the negative 20 around about this time last year when I was in Alaska.
Oh man, I can imagine, dude. Freaking, I saw that, man, with all the snow and shit like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But what I was saying about the whole 2010 list. What's up, Biscuit? What up, Biscuit?
Say hello.
Biscuit! 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 Come here, boy! Come here!
He's just waiting for me to eat these wings. He wants the bones, but he needs to get away.
Don't get him choking on. You don't give him the bones, do you? You start choking on that shit.
Man, I'm black. I give my dog everything. I give my dog that stuff since I've been a kid, man. That's a myth. Don't give him chicken bones. That shit's a fucking myth.
Is it a myth, man? I wouldn't know, man. I'm a cat guy, you know. I got me some kitties.
That's just a goddamn myth. Everybody's seen him what he had for Thanksgiving. That was out of the turkey. We just baked it. He was able to eat it, no issues. Every dog I've owned got the bones.
Give a dog a bone. Give a dog a bone.
How you think a wolf survived in the goddamn wild?
They kill motherfuckers, eat the meat.
Yeah, and they don't gnaw on the goddamn bones. They eat that shit.
So, do they? I thought they just eat the bones, man. They just eat the meat.
Go back and eat that shit. Them motherfuckers know where that kill is at. They go back and eat that shit.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think I may have gotten out of my, you know, and I go back looking at my 2016 list, man. And I noticed like some of the books on there that I originally added were key books. And that's when I was getting into the whole hype of having key books. You know what I mean?
I get, yes.
But I think now I'm not so concerned about getting certain key books, man. or just getting key books. I'm more concerned about, well, one, I buy things I love anyways, but sometimes you get wrapped around that axle. And I think that's what I did earlier on in the year. And that's why I ended up revising my list that second time. Remember I showed you my revised list and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I didn't think I can achieve that. I know I could have achieved it. I know, anything I do, I set my mind to, I'm going to accomplish it. That's no doubt in my mind. But after reviewing that list a little bit, and I kind of, took it a little bit to, and thought about it and took it to my heart, like, is that something that I really love? Is that something that I really want to keep? What am I going to do with this? Am I going to display it? What's the purpose of getting this book? And I really started thinking about it, and that's why I revised my list. And then as time went on towards the end of the year, my focus went from comic books into getting that Star Wars and the Batman 1/6 scales, you know what I mean? Because, of course I love Star Wars and I love Batman, but then I was just like, man, I just can't pass that up. And the OCD shit kicks in, Ray. I think there's meds for that. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have to check it out.
Because what was my big concern about my Blade toy I got last year?
Getting a box. That's what your big concern was.
I found
a box.
Yeah, I found the toy, and I was just happy to get the toy, and then I was like, I don't want to be keeping this man in a goddamn shoebox. I want the fucking box.
You want the box,
eventually, ended up finding a reasonable price for another Blade 2 Hot Toys, and I bought it, and then I sold the one that didn't have a box. So that sold very quickly. I mean, people will buy it. Some people don't care about not having a box or whatever, but I care because, like you said, I'm still in the Army, so when I move, I want my stuff right where it's supposed to go, so that way it's secure, and then go from there.
If you have enough room to, Ray, and I've seen some people that do this, they'll display the 1/6 scale or the statue in the box right behind it, because sometimes the box is really, really nice. It's a really nice box, but I've seen one video where a guy displayed, he had a 1/6 scale Hot Toys display, and right behind it was the Hot Toys box, and the statue was right in front of it. But he had the space to do that. Yeah, it looked really nice though. It looked really nice.
But one of my homeboys from that's on the Facebook page, Chris Gladden, he has the blank covers, but with his statues, he puts the statues in front of the blank cover. So say like he's got a Thor statue, but you see the background of a blank Thor, or won't have a picture on it, but it have like the mighty Thor or whatever. And it's got it's like he's in that background or whatever. Which is really nice. Yeah,
but it's still blank. It's nothing on it.
Yeah, the cover's still blank, but it's got the statue in front of it to give it that. To me, it gives it that 3D effect, kind of.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. That's not a bad idea at all, man. That sounds pretty good.
But like I said, you got to have the space for that.
But you know what I decided, man? I'm gonna tell you where it's at. Shelves. Save you some damn room, man. Not like these DTOF cases. These DTOF cases are really, really nice, man. But I'm doing the whole shelf thing now, man. And I tell you what, I'm able to put more shit on a shelf and save more space, and it looks so much better. Like, let me show you this, man. This is like
but you got those are like 1/6 scale. Oh, there's some statues on there. Okay, I thought it was just
there's some statues, man. Look, no. Look, okay. So see, there's my Avengers. There's the Hulk. And then, there's my Avengers. These are the Bowen statues, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
And then, and then up there, I've got some, 1/6 scale, some smaller statues. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Shelving for me is the way to go. I like the whole shelving thing, man, because because I got so many anyways as it is that, I wanted to conserve some more room and shit. So I ended up doing that. But that's a good. You've got once you start collecting like more of the statues, Ray, which I know you will.
Hey, certain ones. I got my Power Girl, and I got He-Man, and then I got the Gladiator Hulk. I got that one because I was told to buy that one. Cheryl said, "Go buy it." And then, but before I bought that, it was just a regular size Hulk. And my friend Gabby, which owns a store in Washington State. After I bought it, she said, "Oh, I think there's something you might like better than this." She's like, "So you're going to be the only one I've ever customer-wise let upstairs. So we went upstairs. We had to go up a ladder, up in the attic in the comic book store, and there was the Gladiator Hulk premium statue. And I was like, okay, so since I've already paid for the other Hulk, can I just pay the difference for this? And she said yes, and I ended up having that big ass fucking statue. That shit's nice, but I will get some more, like, but to fit my theme of what I like Red Sonja, I know I'm gonna get that. Pop Culture, was it Pop Shop or Pop Culture Toys? Their website's coming out with the Conan the Barbarian Arnold style. You know, you can either get the regular one or the one where he had the war paint on when they went to go rescue the princess in the first movie. And your volume.
My bad. What I was saying is that's the one I want. Is I want the black and white one. You know, with when he has that war paint on.
Like $700. $700 for that one.
That's a mortgage payment every month, man. That's gonna be my mortgage payment.
$700 because they took some off. Regular prices like $809 or something. So they're doing like a little discount on it for right now.
No, don't get me wrong, man. I've spent some $800-900 on statues before, but not very much. You know, not many statues. I think that that Batman one, the Arkham Knight Batman, that's a high price statue, and the Harley Quinn and the Deathstroke that I've got on pre-order, those are up there in prices, but the other ones, I mean, the most for premium format, of course, is like $500-600 or something like that. But
He-Man exclusive, I paid $399 for, and then with shipping, it was like $425. But that's the most I've ever paid for a statue. You know, statues are more expensive than the 1/6 scale, unless you miss out on it. Like I missed out on the Arkham City Batman and the Christian Bale Batman, and those are going like ridiculous prices right now. Ridiculous.
You know, it's hindsight being 2020, Ray, is that I think it takes a bit of collecting to realize what specific theme or what specific goal or what you end up really liking to kind of focus on. You know what I mean? It just kind of takes a minute of doing that. At first, when I started collecting, you know, it was just like I wanted everything out there. You know, I got into the hype. I was like, I'll buy that, I'll buy that, I'll buy that. You know, and you know, it got, you know, you get a little wiser when it comes to collecting afterwards of what you really, really, you know, enjoy and what you really like. I always say collect what you love, of course.
Yeah, because I know you. I mean, pretty much your Spider-Man theme, you know, Black Cat, and then I know you love Harley and got all that stuff. So yes, my statues probably will pick up, as in, you know, mainly Thor. I'm pretty sure there'll never be another Power Girl from Hot Toys unless I get like the smaller ones, like what's it called, the Bombshell one. I think they got a Bombshell one, I think. And then just the smaller statue. So I'll just have to look and see if that's what I really want to do with the statues, because Cheryl and the kids, they said they like the bigger statues better. You know, because I guess it's more detailed or whatever. Like first came to your house and you know you seen how she was. Why don't you get statues like that? You know, because she likes the bigger one. So she loved the Hulk. She likes the He-Man. She loves the Power Girl one. You know, because they're bigger statues compared to a couple other ones I bought.
Yeah, it's funny how when people come in to check out my statue rooms, man, it's like they'll watch the videos of it, and it's great to see a tour video and stuff. But when people actually come to the room and they see it like firsthand, they're almost like in awe. They're in awe of it. They're just like, first thing your wife said when she came into the room, remember that? She's like, I don't know why you ain't collecting the bigger ones like this. And then that's all it took, Ray. That's all it took.
Yeah, ding, 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 ding. I'm good now.
You're good now.
Yeah, when she said that, I was like, oh, I'm good now.
Good, I'm good. It's awesome though, man.
Somebody sent you a question. Angel B. Hey Marty, would you suggest Koto Bukia for someone looking to dabble in statues?
It depends what you mean by dabbling in statues, man. Because when it comes to there's no dabbling in statues, man. It's either you want to pay that amount because statues are expensive, man. Kodo statues, they're not as expensive as premium formats from Sideshow, but they could get pricey up there. But Kodo makes really, really nice statues. The only thing about Kodo though, they're not necessarily premium formats, and I have a few Kodos, and I really, really love them. They do a really great job as far as statues, but you gotta be careful how you display them, because if you display them in a place where there's it's not air control, air regulated, if it gets too hot in there, those statues can warp, man, because they're made of what is that material they're made of? ABS.
Yeah.
ABS type of material, so they're not polystone or resin or anything like that. So you got to be really, really careful. And it goes back to my question: what do you mean by dabbling? Do you mean by dabbling, buying, and eventually flipping, or do you mean as far as looking and starting your collection? What I recommend personally, if you want to look at some non-expensive statues but good quality and good construction, I'd go for Bowen, man. Bowens makes some really, really great pieces, and they do they go for anywhere from Marvel, DC, or basically any line that you can think of, and they do a wonderful job. So I definitely recommend Bowen if you want to start dabbling in some statues. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, I'd recommend Bowen or DC. DC does some too. DC Direct does some as well. If you like DC characters, DC Direct, not very expensive. They're probably about, I don't know, what's about 8 or 9 inches statues. They're kind of like,
I got a Wonder Woman, and I want to say she was like $70. I want to say.
Yeah, you can do a whole line of them, and they're not very expensive. And it all depends too on how much money you want to spend too.
Well, that person that asked the question said just looking to start a small collection.
I would say do your research before you start buying statues. Do some research. Go on our other videos. Check out our statue videos, because we've done statue videos on premium formats from Sideshow. I've even got Bowen statues up there. I've got my 1/6 scales from Hot Toys on there, and see what you like. You know what I mean? And just kind of make up your own mind. And
what can fit your budget? What are you willing to spend? If you're just like a small collection, then I would say the ones that are not like you said, the DC Direct, Bowen. The Bowens that I've bought, I've paid at least no less than $200. But right now, if you go on like Amazon or whatever, they're commanding almost like $500, $600, $700 right now. So like I said, if whatever you feel like spending, if you want to start small, then maybe DC Direct is for you or whatever. So that way you're not putting yourself in a bind or whatever. Because collecting is not for everybody. Like I love the comics. I love some statues, but I'm not no big statue collector because it's not really fitting my budget unless that month and I say, hey, I want that right there, then I get it. It's not like my man right there. He's got like 15 or 20 of them on pre-order right now. He's just waiting for them to come in.
Yeah, exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. I've lost some money on pre-orders as well, because I kind of get caught up into the whole beauty and artistic piece of that statue, and I end up pre-ordering it. Then later on, thinking about what the hell did I do? So I ended up cutting off the pre-order, in which, of course, you lose whatever down payment with Sideshow that you put down for as a deposit for pre-order. And I've lost some money like that because, after thinking about it, I have a bad habit, Ray, of doing that is just kind of jumping the gun on something I see and that I love. And then I'd be like, I'm getting that motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's probably why I'm still single. It's because, but I don't know, man. I've done that quite a few times, but I've narrowed down my list, and I'm a lot smarter now, and I'm a lot more knowledgeable and experienced. Not necessarily mature about things, more knowledgeable and experienced, because you'll get knowledge and experience through learning from other people and just kind of doing your research. And I think I've finally gotten to that point of realizing what is my theme, what is it that I want to collect, that I love. And I tell you, man, I don't think the 1/6 scale is just a phase. I think the 1/6 scale for me, I think I as much as I love premium formats, like my DC lineup and stuff, I think I'm more of a 1/6 scale kind of a guy right now, because I love the movie masterpiece look that they have, and the price is fairly affordable, more than a premium format. Is something I can afford.
You mean less?
Yeah.
Less than a premium format. Yeah, and I like the 1/6 scale as well. I don't have as many as you, but I have a total of 16 of them. And then what's even the 16th one I don't even have yet. My dad pre-ordered it because he wanted to give it to me for my birthday, but we're still waiting on it. And that's Ant-Man.
I've been waiting for that since last year.
No, he pre-ordered it this year. It's for
this year? I could have swore you were talking about that last year, man.
Not Ant-Man. Because my birthday was coming up and I was just fucking around with him. I was like, he's like, what do you want? I was like, so I sent him a link. I was just fucking around. He said, okay. And then the next day he fucking sent me a message saying that he fucking ordered it off Amazon. I was like, what the fuck? But it hasn't came in yet, which I didn't know it was. I thought it was just I didn't know they made another Ant-Man. I thought it was just the one from his movie. I didn't know they made one from the Civil War. Ant-Man.
And another thing about those 1/6 scales, man, is like you saw that one from Rogue One, right? The one you posted.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on! And they're gonna be
Donnie Yen. That's all I know his name. Donnie Yen.
Yeah, Donnie Yen one, man, right? And they're gonna be doing like the whole lineup for Rogue One. So it's like you look at it, man. It's just some gorgeous pieces, man. I can't pass that up. I mean, look at just like what I showed you, man. Even this the Ray one, man. I mean, come on, this is right here. I mean, not the biggest of all pieces and stuff like that, but the material, the movie master, just really well detailed. I'm very, very happy with the quality when it comes to the hot toys, man. And it's posable, so you pose them in any position that you feel like you want to pose them in. Whereas certain statues, that premium format, it's already pre-posed for you, so there's no adjusting that whatsoever, right? So but that's still okay. But I don't think this is a phase for me, Ray, to be honest with you. I think you're probably going to see more, if not more and more, of my Hot Toys collecting growing throughout the years when it comes to this, and they're so much easier to fit on shelving. And like I said, I've gone to shelving now. And so they're so easy to display. They're very, very light. They're easy to display on shelving, and you can line up the whole set and everything. So I think for me,
collection is going to grow as well. I've almost completed the Journey to Mystery run, so my main focus after that, I wanted to work on the Daredevil one run and Captain America and Batman, but for the 1/6 scale, I want to work on my Ninja Turtles. They have the original ones that came out 1/6 scale, and they're not pricey at all. They're like $149 a piece. So I can get,
that's not.
1 month I can get two, the next month I can get the other, and then I'm done. And then working on the new version, because I love the Turtles or whatever. Even though I did quit collecting the comics because, story still's got to impress me, and the story started getting a little dull or whatever. But I still will be going back getting the very first comics of them. I have #1 graded, but it was the third print. It came back a 9.0. Kevin Eastman signed it. I had that signature series, and he did a little sketch. I guess that's a big thing he does, is when he signs a book, he does a little.
He does a turtle head. Yeah, he does a turtle head.
Yeah, so that one is #4. Yeah, he did number one. Like I said, the third print and number 4, which that came back a 7.0. But all my books I've been sending in to CGC now. I've been sending in to get pressed to help out with it to make sure I get the more value out of my book, because the collection that you've had for so long. I don't care how well you got your books protected, something's going to happen to it, so pressing, I'm glad they have that service to help out with it. So that way I make sure at least, if I kept my books like they're supposed to, at least the pressing will help it a little bit, and then I get, a better grade for my book. I don't plan on selling none of my books unless I have doubles of it. Like this Conan that I bought today, I have one, but it's signed by Stan Lee.
Mm-hmm.
So if you send that in to any of the companies, I mean, I know PGX verifies the signature or CBCS, but I'm thinking about maybe selling that. It has Stan Lee's signature on it. Maybe see, for Conan number 1, see what I can get for that.
Speaking of that, man, I did just earlier today, man. I did a trade video, man. Basically, I went through one of my short boxes of all the extra comic books that I had. Which I had doubles of. And a lot of them are like Hastings exclusives or Hastings variants and stuff like that. But you guys know Hastings is no longer around. But I ended up doing a trade video. I need to render it and post it probably later on tomorrow or something like that. But anybody wants to do any trades, like if you see something you like within my trade video, if you want to do a trade and we can work something out. If you see something you like, and if you have something that you think I may like,
I gave you too. We can use those as well.
Okay, we can do that. I'll do a video on that as well. And but if there's nothing that I like and you want that book really, really bad, and I don't want anything that you have, I mean, I'm willing to sell it, but to be honest with you, I would feel bad about selling it because for the price that I bought those books from, they're just not, I don't know, man. I wouldn't feel, I don't know, I just wouldn't feel right, I guess, because, Hastings had that big old going out of business sales, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'll just
you probably pay like what 10 cents for
10 cent, 15 cent, quarter for a comic book, Hey, do me a favor, man. I'm gonna go top off my beer and talk to the chat group for me while I go top off real quick, man.
Okay, let's see what we got going on here, everybody. Let's see. I guess I could ask a question. Do y'all want to see any of our graded books? Because I have a couple of my boxes right here of all my graded books, except 3 of them. I got 3 of them that are hanging on the wall right now, and I didn't feel like taking them off. But it's Batman 200, which is signed by Neil Adams, All-Star Comics number 58, First Prince of Power Girl, and man, I can't even remember what the other one was. The main one. I can't understand why I forgot that one. Journey to Mystery 83. So that's what's hanging on the wall, and I didn't pull those down to show those. So let us know if you want to see any of our graded books, and we'll show them. What are you doing, Biscuit? Are you waiting? You're just sitting here waiting.
What are you doing?
Huh? It's not actually a comic talk. It's just shooting the shit. Okay. Comic talk is dead.
What's that?
No, Cheryl was like, "What are you doing?" Comic talk. I was like, "No, comic talk is dead. We just shooting the shit."
we just shooting the shit. This is not like an every week thing, like every. It's just whenever we feel like live stream, we have time to live stream. Me and Ray talked about just coming up on here. If we have a certain topic that we want to like discuss and talk about, or we just want to shoot the shit, then we'll come up and do this. Just to let everybody know that we ain't totally disappeared from the community. It's not we're trying to avoid or just kind of we're going away. No, that's not the case. It's just we're just been a little busy. That's all. And we have time. We have time.
Yeah.
What's up, Cheryl? What's up, Cheryl? Hey, Ivy misses you. Ivy misses you, Cheryl.
I bet. Tell her I do too. I have a Christmas gift.
Oh, it's so sweet. Ivy loves you.
I haven't. Right.
All right. See you.
Mwah. Mwah.
Bye, Marty.
Yeah, bye. Puff Puff Comics wants to know, Marty, do you need to clean your statues very often? Yes, I do need to clean my statues very often. It gets dusty. And so what I use to clean my statues is I use a fine bristled paintbrush. I have a few of them, different sizes that I use, and also a can of air that I use because dust sometimes settles on the statues and stuff. So I don't know. I would say, depending on the availability of my time, maybe once every 2 weeks or so, I'll hit it with a paintbrush or a can of air, and that's my whole dusting process. So, hey, let me show you something I made. Ray, did you see this? Did you see what I made, man?
First quick, because while you was gone, I asked everybody, did they want to see any of our graded books? And then, of course, everybody said show. Well, Red said show them. Let's see, Ease, the Game Hunter, asked me did I have Conan number 7 to 8, which I don't. I have 8 and 9, both signed by Stan. And A-Port want to know how many boxes of slab books do we have?
Slab books?
Well, boxes. Well, I have 2 boxes.
Yeah, I don't have that many. I don't have a lot. I only got 2.
Yeah. So we're looking at about probably, what do we say, about 60? Yeah, I think they fit like 30.
Plus or minus 60, something like that.
Yeah, right. Well, I know I have 60 because, like I said, 45 CGC, 13 CBCS, and 2 PGX. So I have that. So
yeah,
you're
really good. You're really good at remembering. You're really good at remembering like the numbers of books you have, the PGX, the CB. You're really good at that. Me?
Yeah.
You asked me.
It's like counting money. I got to remember numbers. It's like counting money, but I'll go ahead and start showing a little bit of mine. Here's Conan number 1. I just picked this up today. It's a 4.0. So already, like I said, I got number 1 already signed by Stan Lee, but it was more of my boy Big E's got the signature for me, so it wasn't verified or nothing. Here's the Ninja Turtles I was talking about, number 4 signature series, and then right there you can see the Kevin Eastman turtle.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about this is it's the wraparound cover where they met the Fugitoid. Let's see here. There's number 1. Like I said, the 3rd print, 9.0. And the reason why it was a 9.0 because it said it had a tear. And the tear is right here where Kevin Eastman did the turtle sketch. That's where the tear was at.
So Kevin Eastman did that tear shit.
No, it was there.
He's the one that tore it. So Kevin Eastman is the one that tore that shit.
Yeah, it was there when I got it.
Fucking bastard.
Right here, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this before. Iron Man number 55, 3.0. I bought this one. I never owned the book, so I bought it off eBay. So that way it's already graded. Because I know when I buy books off eBay, I want to make sure that if it's an older book, it's pretty much already graded. So that way there's no guessing when the seller is saying, oh, it's a 5.0, and then when you get it and then you sit in and get it graded and it's a 3.0, so that way, that's why I buy a lot of graded books. That way they're already graded. Let's see. You've seen this one, haven't you? Shazam 28.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay, that's the first Silver Age appearance of Black Adam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here's another one I like. What If, number 39, Thor Battle Conan.
Yeah. I like the cover on that one.
Yeah, that's where Jeff West did that sketch he did for me with Red Sonja and female Conan. That's the one. He got that from that because I wanted it kind of like that, but you know, with Red Sonja instead of Conan, and then the female Thor instead of the male Thor. Here's a book I bought off eBay. Detective Comics, First Appearance of Batgirl.
First Silver Age appearance of Batgirl.
Silver Age. And this book came at a 3.0, but it had a lot of flaws to it. Like it looked like there was some type of sticky shit on the back. Like somebody had tape or something right here.
No, it's jizz,
like,
man. Someone got too excited over Batgirl and jizzed all over that shit. And they started stroking their shit, rubbing it. Oh my God, Batgirl!
Okay, when I started focusing on the journey to mystery, like really focusing, I went after a big book first, and this was the first big book I went after. Journey to Mystery 84. First Appearance of Jane Foster.
There you go. That's when you started going. That's what was your first Journey to Mystery book that you got, man?
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
The very first one. I want to say, wow. Journey Mystery 112.
112.
Yeah, the first fight between the Hulk and Thor.
Okay.
And then you sent me one. And then
I did. Hey, did you ever figure out what grade that was? Because that was a nice book. That one I got.
That was a nice book. No, I haven't. And I'm going to send that in to get graded because, like I said, all my Journey to Mysteries, I do want them graded so that way, because those are older books.
Yeah.
I want graded, and that way I know where I stand at with those. And then I went ahead and did the unthinkable. After I got the Jane Foster, about a month later, I went in and got this one. First Appearance of Loki.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me about that one.
Yeah, this was not only just old Loki, but also Heimdall, Asgard, and it said cameo of Odin. And for the life of me, I couldn't find him in the book at first. But then when I bought the graphic novel because I can't read this because it was already
graded.
So I think the player Jeff Johnson, he had showed me a picture of it, but it's like a very small fucking panel about this freaking big, and it's the side of Odin, him talking, just the side of him. So that almost brings to question, as in, that's a small picture, and they saying that's the first appearance. So Wolverine had a full fucking picture in the back of Hulk 180. So why is 181 worth more than 180?
I never understood that shit, Ray. Cameo basis, first appearances based, because that exactly what you're talking about right there, man. It's like Wolverine, and then of course that first full appearance or cameo of Odin. I don't know, man. Who makes this shit up half the goddamn time? You know what I mean? And I think that's what it is. Someone makes that shit up half the time. We'll be like, okay, we're gonna say this is a cameo, and we're gonna say this is a first appearance, so we get more money off this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know, man. People scholars have been debating this for years and years, man. I don't.
Okay, let's see. There's a couple other questions. Vernon Johnson asked me, any suggestions on starting a Thor collection? Let's see. Yes, and I would say you can go either way. You can either go with get the big books out the way first, because if you get the big books out the way first, then the rest are easy to get. And I wish I would have did that first instead of getting all the easy ones first. But like I said, it could go both ways. You can knock out the easy ones first because you can probably find some near mint ones, for the later Thor books for like $1 or $2 near mint.
Yeah.
But it just all depends on what you want to do, as in if you start in the beginning, then I would say keep going. Start at the beginning and go all the way down, because say like if you don't get them graded, if they're not graded, that way, if you're a fan or whatever, you can read the book instead of, okay, I got issue 341 to 350. You read those and then you start again with 420.
Yeah.
And then you got that big ass gap. So
I did this.
Start with what you can afford first.
Well, I did the same thing, Ray. When I first started collecting my run, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, I started with what I could afford first, was the newer books, and I started working my way back. And this is before you turned me on to the whole CLZ, comic book inventory program. And I tell you what, man, I don't go anywhere without that program, especially any comic book. So I just pull that motherfucker up and just see what I have, right? So I started, just working my way. I printed out like this checklist of all the comic books and stuff like that, and then I just started like working my way down and down. And I'm on the expensive ones right now, which is that's why it's just taking me so damn long, is because I get so sidetracked with other things that I'm really starting to really like. Like I mentioned, it goes back to the 1/6 scale statues that I've been collecting, of the Predators, the Star Wars, and the Batman. So I'm started really getting into those and trying to focus on those. So I'm a little bit, I haven't really focused on my Amazing Spider-Man, but just like I was telling you the other day, Ray, was that I think for 2017, I mean, I don't have very many books to get, but for Amazing Spider-Man, but they are very expensive books. I think I'm going to start doing a little more focusing on that, man.
Okay, and then here's another book I picked up off eBay, and this was before all the shenanigans was going on, because I was like, oh, I got to get this. So signature series of the individual I send my money to get a commission done, because like I said, I saw this on eBay and I picked it up. So I kind of know what the artwork looks like. So if it doesn't come back looking like a certain style, then I'll know that it's not that individual shit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
And then, I don't know if you remember this, but I think I sent this to somebody and they got it signed and signed by Stan Lee for me.
Big O did that for you or what?
No, mofo, you.
No, me? I did that for you?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. I heard a rumor saying that. I heard a rumor somewhere saying that I don't do shit for anybody, man. That all I do is want free shit, man. Is it true?
Yeah, that was one of them. That and 2 of the Wolverine books that you I want to say issue 1 and 2. It was either 1 or 2 or 3 and 4 that I sent you. Sent you the money and stuff. You got them signed for me. Because at that time, Stan was only charging $71 a signature.
Right, and I got that I got that Daredevil signed for our boy Jess too. Remember that?
Yes. Yep. And this is what I was referring to. If everybody, this is the green label. This is the qualified label for CGC. As you see right here is Jason Aaron's signature. So a boy, one of my partners, he's in the Army as well. We was at Fort Riley. He went to the Kansas City PlanetCon. And he came into my office. He said, "Hey, I got this book signed for you by Jason Aaron." And it was one of the books I needed for the Thor God of Thunder, because I don't know how I missed out on that one. And then I sent it into CGC. And then at that time, I didn't understand. Like I said, I was new with the grading and all that, and I didn't know what the fuck the colors meant. So when I looked it up and seen the green, it just says, it explained what the green label means. So basically, this book says name written on the cover in marker. So, but it still came back a 9.2, so I wasn't too unhappy. I guess I just wish I would have maybe sent it in and got it pressed. Like I said, I didn't know about the pressing as well, and maybe it came back higher. But that's what CGC does. And like I said, I know PGX and CBCS, they verify signatures, but you just won't get. I know CBCS is the red label for verified. I don't know what PGX is.
That red label ugly as fuck, man. That's when I see red, man, it just, to me, it's like stop Stop,
Yeah.
motherfucker. That shit's not good. Stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what red, man. They need to change their color, man, or some shit, man. Because I'm
Yeah,
not
I
liking
know.
that shit.
And then here's another eBay book, because I know last year I was like buying a lot of shit off eBay. I mean, I still do, but I was knocking out a lot of graded books. This is X-Men 94 at a 5.0.
Yeah.
Here's one I know that here's one I forgot to show you. I got this off eBay as well. 6.0. Was it? No,
There you
6.5.
go. Yeah.
Captain America.
I don't want that one anymore. You know, I'm no longer into the hype for that one, man. I don't want that one no more. So, like I said before, I think I was going to focus mainly on the things that I need to focus on and stuff.
So which
yeah.
one you want to see first out of the Hulk? Do you want to see 141, 180, or 181?
Let me see 180. I got to see 181, man. I want to see 181 first.
You want to see 181? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you know, my uncle had found me a 181 in my grandfather's garage. So only thing that was wrong with it was the Marvel stamp was missing. So he sent it to me. Went down to Texas. Linked up with Marty. We went to the con, and I got it signed by Stan Lee. It came back at 1.5 because of the Marvel stamp missing. So it was still a signature series, but 1.5. So I just went in and sold it because my LCS here gave me a deal to where I was able to get me a 7.0.
Nice.
181. So I have that one. And like it says the first full appearance of Wolverine. Now, last year as well, I bought 180, 7.0. This one says the first appearance of Wolverine in cameo on the last page. So there's 180. And that one really didn't cost me a lot. So it didn't break the bank. And then I've always been a big fan of Doc Samson. So this is his first appearance. Old Leonard Samson. So those are some books. Like I said, my collection. Let's see.
You know,
I got a golden. Here's a golden age for you. Batman number 82.
Yeah.
Like I said, I bought it at the LCS here. Like I said, All Star Comics and Games here. My man Brad, he's got a lot of books, and he's been trying to get me to do the dealership member with CGC because he shows me all the forms, the paperwork, what he does. He's able to send in like 15 books at a time, but it's only costing him $300 altogether. $20 a book to get graded. Once you get that dealer membership and able to send stuff in, but I know with that, only thing is you got to have a tax ID number, and I'm not trying to get into all that stuff, but
yeah,
if it comes down to it, and I want to start getting a lot more of my board books graded, then I might try to see if I go that route. If not, then I'll just do what
now,
I'm
are you
doing.
going to do, you know how, like they did last year, man? They did that year in review. Everybody did a year in review comic video where they showed all the books, their key books that they bought for that, like 2015 at that time. Are you plan on doing one of those videos where these are all my key books that I had bought during 2016?
When you say that, the only actually key book I bought was my Journey to Mystery 83. That was the only main book I actually won. There was a couple other books.
Yeah, but you also got like shit signed by Stan Lee, remember? And you bought certain books that you want, not necessarily key books, but year in review where people were showing like their most, I don't know, favorite book, prize book, key books, whatever.
I don't know. That's not a bad idea. I might do that. Yeah, I might do that. I'm pretty sure we've done videos where we show what we pulled, but I don't know if it's like double tapping, as in we've already did a video on it. But I don't know.
Hey, Rick.
Maybe show a couple of them, and talk about them, and then just talk about what I'm looking forward to for 2017 and want to get done. But if you've been into getting books from CGC, like when I bought this book, the Batman 82, look at the difference in the width of an older book when they first came out compared to the newer ones.
Yeah.
Look at the thickness in that shit. The one on the top is the one, yeah. And then they leave out a lot of information on when they first came out, like on the kind of newer ones, it'll say like whose appearance and all that. As in back in the day, it didn't. So the cases got a little bit thinner. And these motherfuckers just crack somebody over the head with that. But yeah, what you say with that, I might do that. I might, talk about, show like a few of them and then talk about what I'm looking forward to get, even though I made my list already for 2017, but hell, 4 of them that I wanted, I've already knocked off already. Because I wasn't planning on starting to get them until next year, but when you see a good price, you don't want to pass it up. And then I went in and snatched them up. I gave myself till June to finish the journey because I figured, okay, there's 6 left. There's about 6 months of school left, so I get one a month. But when you sell stuff on eBay and you get that money on your PayPal account, you be like, let me go ahead and get this shit now to get on out the way. And that's pretty much
I know how it is. I know how. Yeah, exactly. I know how it is, man. Hey, man, I want to show you. Did you see the shit that I made, man? I don't know.
For your steampunk, right?
Yeah. I showed you. So check this out.
No, you showed me that one.
Okay, this is I made a smoking pipe. So I bought this smoking pipe, right? And I added a whole bunch of these additional features and stuff like this right here. And this is for my steampunk vampire hunter cosplay suit that I'm working on. So you've seen the hat, and you've seen the gun, but I decided to make another prop to go along with it. And this is like, just kind of, when you take pictures and shit, we're just gonna be like this, right? What the fuck? What's up? Motherfucker? Like OG motherfucker, and it works too, because I smoked out of it a couple times, and it still works no matter how many all these features. But I added all this, and I found like different old pieces. But check this out, man. And just to prove it works. See, I'm just blowing out and shit. So I'm gonna use this as part of the one of the props for the steampunk. I really like steampunk. I'm gonna tell you. Ever since when I started going to conventions, right, dressed up in different type of costumes, your characters and what have you. And then I started noticing steampunk, and I'm just like, wow, I really like that Victorian age style, but it's a bit of Jules Verne's type of futuristic, type of thing as well. And I was just like, man, that's really right up my alley, So I started really getting into steampunk, and hopefully I'll have that suit done next year or something like that. But yeah,
there's a question for you. There's a question for you.
Okay. Ask Marty a question for the night. Ask
how many books do you have? And then somebody said, light that up with a torch. So they're asking how many books we have. So I've already posted what I got, but I have 6,626 comics as of right now. That's what I have. And that's not counting
see, I can't remember how many books I got, Ray. I mean, you know better, but I probably have a little bit more than you do.
I know you do.
But so I guess a little bit above that, I guess. I don't know, whatever it is. But just to answer,
you got like an 8,000 though, right?
Something like that, man.
Last time we talked about 8,000. So Marty has about 8,000 plus, but that's my exact number. The reason why I know I keep up with that, and then plus I went in to update my CLZ because I bought the Conan, and I put it, which what I love about that program as well. I can go into the notes and I can put, I bought this item at a such and such store on this date. and then it was already graded. You know, I could add my own little notes in there, so that way, look back years later and say, oh yeah, I remember I bought that book on this day and blah 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 type stuff. So that's how I know how many books I got. You know, I try to go through my inventory like at least once a day to see what I want to actually focus on really to buy. Like I know there's some more Thor books out there, but they're like variants to go with what I already have. And now since I'm almost done with that set, I can actually get the variants. That way, I really have the whole run. I do have the run, but now with the variants to get the variants to go with it, because since that's another big thing now, everybody raves about is variants and stuff, which I really don't see the big deal in it. Maybe a different cover or something, but
yeah. Hey, Ray, next time you're over, man, I'm going to put some weed in this motherfucker, man. Throw some weed in this shit, man, and we're going to torch that motherfucker up, bro.
When I retire. Another question. How many costumes do we have?
I got 2 costumes right now. I got that Captain America and the Batman costume, and I'm just working on that steampunk one, brother.
I have one, and that's the Blade, and everybody got a kick out of that for Halloween when took the kids trick-or-treating. People was taking pictures. So there's just a couple of things I want to add to it, and then I'm gonna have to find somebody, a reputable person for commission to make me a sword or whatever. So that way, because the sword I have is legit. I bought that in 2003, so it's an actual replica. And I can't take that in no con because fuck around piss me off if I see somebody that owes me a commission, I might fucking cut his goddamn head off. So so I'm gonna have to get me like a wooden one made or whatever to for the prop or whatever to to be legit, But no, I wouldn't cut the person's head off. I'm just saying. But just one, and then I got to come up with the stakes that he had. I got to figure out how to either make those. Somebody told me just make it out of wood and just spray paint it silver.
Yeah, you can do that too. Or instead of making it out of wood, man, you can always just buy foam and just shave down the foam. I'll show you how to do all that shit. I'll show you how to do that shit, man. I'll show you that, man. That's too easy.
Yeah, foam, and then maybe put some aluminum foil around it with some plastic to, now I'm getting creative here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Blade costume, and then maybe take it to like one of these sewing shops, because in the movie, the way the sword goes in his trench coat, there's a slot for it. Now there's a slot on mine, but it's sealed up on the inside, so it's not no opening. So like I said, I'm gonna either do that myself, but I don't know how to sew unless I just start learning, with the needle and thread and do it myself. Save me some money, but that's all I got.
I see.
And then maybe I might try to work on another one later. I wanted to do the Falcon, but that'd be pretty hard. So maybe I'll just stick with the ball-headed type people. So maybe Luke Cage. I don't know, with his old style, like with the yellow shirt and all that. Maybe do that. Except I'll be bald-headed. I can't grow no hair unless I get a wig.
You know what I like about what I like about cosplay, Ray, is the fact that you can always variate off of whatever costume. Like, I have that armor Captain America one, you know what I mean? And I have the helmet to go for it. But what I was thinking about doing sometimes is instead of just wearing that helmet, it's just like, because every time I wear the helmet, I got to shave, because I want to look like Captain America, right? Captain America doesn't have like, so instead of doing that, I do a variation where, keep it scraggly, make like a scar across my face, make it look like, I'm totally run down type of variation of, just like, variation of Captain America, or a variation of whatever whatever you want to do as far as costume. That's wonderful thing about cosplay. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be the same as as everybody else's, or it doesn't have to be to the exact T of that character. It could be your variation, you know. And that's what I love
what
about.
I like about my costume is the fact that not too many people dress up as Blade. So, like you said, I could probably add a couple of things and be a little bit different, you know, whatnot. I think I've only the con I went to in 2015 in Kansas City. There was a gentleman there. He was dressed as Blade. He was an older guy though. And then that one that you posted on Facebook, the con you went to, and that one guy was dressed as Blade. So that's like the only two I've actually seen at a con dressed as Blade. So it's an easier costume. For the vest and the trench and the pants and the accessories was $225 that I paid for through AliExpress.
Right. fuck AliExpress, man. Fucking corrupt ass Arab motherfucker.
But
shit,
I think it came out pretty well though. Like I said, I already had the sword. Yeah, I had the sword, and then I got the scabbard to hold the sword, which is, I think, is pretty cool. But like I said, I'm gonna have to find a way to get me a wooden sword made. That way, I'll be able to be allowed into the cons. Because like I said, you can't take no sharp objects in there.
Yeah, man. I actually, I'm gonna end up buying my shit. Yeah, I got those. I got those ones.
What grade you got?
Like 9.6, 9.8 on those ones.
Okay. Yeah, these are the two I got 9.8. But like I said, the reason why he sold them to me cheap is, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can see that right there. The crack. There's a crack right here.
Yeah, I see it.
And then there's a crack right there. Where is it at? Yeah, it's right here. There's a crack right here. I don't know if you see that. It's into the writing. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if they was dropped or whatnot. And then there's a crack on that one. Yeah, so like I said, these are already 9.8, so I'm still debating because I wouldn't mind having these signed by Chris Claremont. You know, sign it, pressed, and then sent back in, or just send them in and just get them recased. But 3 and 4, 3 and 4 was signed by Chris Claremont. So I'm sending those in to get pressed because those both were 9.6s. So I'm sending them to get them pressed and then, get regraded or whatever. So that way I'm good to go on those. That way at least I'm matching. OCD kicks in. You want all your shit to be the same. So if these two are 9.8s, why not have 3 and 4 9.8?
It's very common for military and veteran guys to have like OCD when it comes to this, because especially when they start becoming senior non-commissioned officers, man, we start getting to a point where it's almost embedded into us, and we just want to kind of, I don't know, I guess the civilian sector, the civilians call it more of a completist, you know what I mean? Whereas perfectionist, completist. And that is the case. I want to complete a certain. If I start a certain thing, I want to complete a thing. If I start a certain thing and I end up realizing later on that that's not the thing that I want to complete, then I ended up, I don't know, selling it. I need to go. That's what I'm gonna need to do. Since I did a trade video, Ray, on that box I did earlier, and I'm gonna post that. I think eventually, when I have a little time again, man, I want to go through all my boxes and just look at shit that I don't even collect, I don't even really want anymore, and just throwing those into a more of a trade video, or just trying to flip those motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
That's understandable.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I mean, because why hold on to stuff that you ain't really collecting? Like, out of the 6,000 plus books I got, it's just because you get you buy a mystery box, you don't know what's in it, and then you're just picking up comics because you just want to read a lot of different stuff. So if I just read what I like, Captain America, Thor, Batman, Power Girl, and Conan,
Yeah.
that'd be only 5 titles, and I probably would barely be over like 1,500 books, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's not too bad though. It saves you room in the house, right? You know, because you look at it, you know, at least
yeah,
you got
I
what
have
you
15
love,
boxes right now. Yeah, I got 15 long boxes.
right?
No, is it 15? No, 20 long boxes, and then a couple of short boxes. So
Yeah, but if you look, you know, if I look at some of the books that I have too, a lot of them I was given by people, or you know, for or just bought for like really cheap, or an impulse buy. Um, if I actually really go through them, I have no, you know, sentimental hold to them, or you know, any type of sentimental value to them to me, or what have you. I could easily I could part with them with no problem. I mean, there's a lot of them I wouldn't want to part with, especially because if I buy them for the cover, you know, if there's books that I don't, you know, necessarily like my Amazing Spider-Man or my Batman runs, I buy them because I try to complete those because I love them. But there's books that I also buy because I love the artwork, I love the cover, I love the artist on that one, that I won't sell. And a lot of them are just that. But there's a lot of them out there that I have that you know, I wouldn't mind just getting rid of, you know.
yeah. Let's see. I'm waiting on like I said, I sent in. I already have this graded. This is by CBCS. First appearance of He-Man in DC Comics. So
Man, 9.2 raw too, wasn't it? That was a
raw,
raw
yeah,
book, man.
that I've had since 2000. I was either 2000 or 2001. I sent it in raw, came back a 9.2. So I went in and bought another one, which it looks a whole lot better than this one. So it comes back from CGC higher, then I might sell this one. There's no sense having a double. So
Well, you got a higher grade on the other one?
it's probably going to come back a higher grade.
You think
That
so?
one looks a whole lot better than this one.
Now you
So,
should sell that. You should sell that shit to me, brother.
oh, you
Give me
need
this.
this one?
Yeah, I don't have that one, man. You can give me the
Okay.
CBF family discount.
Okay, and then okay, and here's a couple of other ones that, you know, like I said, I try to keep all my books the same, but I couldn't pass up. So when I was buying The Journey into Mystery, I found a couple of these that were CBCS. What's this? Number 88, Second Appearance of Loki, number 88.
Mm.
And then number 86. This is the second appearance of Odin, but the first appearance of the Tomorrow Man. So,
Hey,
these will be sent in to CGC to get pressed and regraded.
hey, real quick though, man. By the way, you know how they do that live auction on Facebook? That one guy, Brian, does that,
James O'Brien
yeah,
guy.
yeah. So I had brought up the idea of doing that on the CBF Facebook group as well. And if anybody wanted to like do an auction, you know, just hit us up. And if you know, and Marky hit me up, I think it was a few days ago, and he's going to do an auction on some of the books. And I told him, yeah, go for it. You know, absolutely no problem. So he's going to be doing an auction here. I don't know exactly, fairly shortly. I told him to make sure he advertises it first. That way everybody knows it's coming up, and that way he can get more viewers on it and more people that are going to bid on those books. But that's an idea too. If anybody's looking to do an auction on selling some of their books that they don't want, like, you know, just like how I mentioned to you, Ray, is like if no one wants to do a trade, they just wants to buy shit eventually, you know, it's to do an auction on that shit too. You know what I mean? So we can just like auction some books out because that guy that what's his name, James O'Brien.
James O'Brien.
He got some really good books up there, and he's got some mediocre books and stuff, but people are still bidding on him, and he's still making some money off of it. So,
but I think he also presses books too, because he'll press them for you.
Yeah, he will press it for you too. But then, you know, what he does is really smart too. Is that he'll start at very, very low bids. You know, he'll start like $5 for the first bid, and then it starts going up and going up and going up and stuff.
He don't do it for all the books though, because it's got to be. I'm pretty sure that, say like if he was selling like Jimmy Olsen was at 134, I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna start off no fucking $5 for that.
No, he'll start like $10 or I think $20 or
Oh
both.
yeah, he goes that. Oh, he starts. Okay, that's not bad right there then.
Yeah,
But how long does he hold the bid for? Like that bid on that book is what, like 5 minutes or whatever, or?
No, he'll hold it until he gets no more bids on it. Like he'll look and be like, anybody else is bidding, and then going once, going twice, and then he'll wait if no one else goes, and then he just cuts it off, and whoever wins it, he wins that book. You know what I mean? So
okay, gotcha.
I mean, so he's fair about it. He's really, really fair about it, which I like. He's not trying to hold that book for like 7 days or something like that for a bid. But yeah, he does. I think he does a really, really fair, really good job, and I think Marky will do an awesome job too. So he's going to do his books, and we'll see how that goes, and if it goes pretty well, and then I'm sure if anybody else wants to hop onto that gravy train right there, then just hit us up. Let us know that you want to do a live auction, and it's mainly just for the CBF family, because no one will be able to see it unless you're a CBF family member, which is, I think, is good. It's more exclusive. That way you don't get these motherfuckers on there who are trying to bid that are just scammers or just trying to bullshit you out, and
yeah, $3.
$3. He wins that shit for $3, and next thing you know, he ain't paying for that book. You know what I mean? And it's
what you think about this one right here?
That's a sweet Conan, though. I like that.
Guess how much that was?
$20.
$35.
God, I was close. Holy shit, I was fucking around too, man.
$35 at the Las Vegas Con. That's what I'm saying. He's got some amazing work, and it took him like a few hours to do that. So he's the one who did the Thunder and Black Star for me. So he did like two or three commissions for me that weekend when I went to Vegas, when I met up with Big O down there. So he's on the Facebook page as well, Comic Book Fanatics Facebook page. So you want to get a commission done by Dietrich O. Smith, hit him up. He does some real good work. Like I said, this wasn't even in color, but it still looks freaking amazing.
Yeah. Hey, we'll tell you guys, man. It will. It's no holds bar when it comes to certain artists and creators that are on the Comic Book Fanatics page, or even out that are not even on there. I'll be honest with you guys, man. I will tell you if this guy's worth getting a commission done or not. So just let us know, and we're not going to support anybody who's going to take forever to get a commission done. Doesn't matter who the fuck he is. You know what I mean?
And here's another one by Jeff West. He did for me. As you see the writing right there, my boy Big O got that signature. That's Lou Ferrigno's signature. So Lou Ferrigno signed this book right here, and then I sent it to Jeff, and he touched it up. And what I like about him, he'll ask me, what do I want? And I tell him, do what you got to do. So I give him the free reins or whatever, how to do it. I don't even care, because I know I'm going to get quality work done. So you got to have that faith in the artist, because I know you've done it before, as in, hey, just hook it up,
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Hey, here's a question for you, Ray, and this kind of got me thinking. With who is it? Hank Mueller says, how much you think YouTube has helped comic book getting hot again? Let me ask you this too, in reference to that question as well. How much have you learned since you've been on social media platforms as far as comic books?
I have learned a whole lot, because I know I told you this before. When I first started collecting comics, I thought it was just more, you go buy them, you read them, and you put them in a bag. This whole new aspect of grading, knowing who wrote the book, who inked it, you know, and all that stuff. And then what's the other word? It just taking better care of your books. More of it is, you know, as in Mylar and you know, how I like my resealable bags and stuff. But YouTube has helped me a lot because I got to meet a lot of other people who now I'm like friends with on Facebook, able to chat with and just learning from them. You know, I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from Manny, Jeff, the mayor, Marky, just, you know, by watching the videos, learning a whole lot more stuff. And then, you know, you guys being able to say, yeah, that book probably looks like maybe a 6.0, and then you'll say why, you know, because of this, and that. I never knew all that stuff. I just thought, like I said, I'm buying a fucking comic book, I'm reading it, and I'm putting it in a bag, and then I'm good. Not knowing the bigger picture, as in another one, getting signatures. I never knew nothing about that shit until my homeboy, his last name is Watson. I'll just say Watson. Told me about the con in Denver. That was the very first con I went to in 2013. And he said, "Hey, you taking books?" I was like, "What do you mean taking books?" "Yeah, if there's a certain artist there, you can take your books there and you can get them signed." I was like, "Really?" So first signature I got, Dexter Vines. He signed the Batman Superman that came out in 2003. He signed issue 1, which was a third print, number 2 and number 3. Mike Barron, he was there. He signed my All-Star Squadron 43. So those 2 books got sent in signature series. So that's when I started getting into this, the more of the grading, and then learning about the signature series. So I've learned a lot. But you can go ahead and answer that question because Vernon Johnson wants to see my Journey to Mystery 83. So I'm gonna go pull it off the
You're
wall.
gonna go get it? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I think I've learned quite a lot when I first got involved into not collecting but YouTube. I remember watching a lot of the bigger YouTube channels that were collecting, and when I say bigger YouTube channels, I mean guys like TiVo, guys like Holler Mouse, Gene Paul Ace Peter, a lot of these knowledgeable guys that were out there. And I was just like so engulfed in the knowledge of it, of collecting, and didn't realize how much was involved in collecting, just kind of like Ray, you know. And I was just like absolutely just taken by that. And as I started watching more and watching more, me and Ray decided, you know what, let's do our own YouTube channel and just show a few things off that we've got, and just see where it goes from there. And then as Comic Book Fanatics took off, excuse me, we started meeting more people within the community. We started learning more from other channels. And I will tell you, just getting to know a lot of people that were involved in collecting and involved in the comic book and statue community for me has been amazing, because I've made some lifelong friends. I've made some lifelong friends with Ray. I've made lifelong friends with Enrique, Manny, Gene Paul Ace Peter, Frank Yersh, Rage Comics, Marky 316, TiVo. Who else? Help me out, Ray. I don't want to forget anybody, but sometimes my mind draws a blank, man. It's that
it's a plethora of a lot of Jeff Johnson,
yeah, Jeff Johnson, James Hayes. We've got our King of the Golden State. We've got Kevin's Comics. I mean, there's so many people that we have met and became, like, I would say, lifelong friends with. People and Matt, who? Painey's Comics, all the way from England and shit like that. Yeah. So people from around the world, you know, and people around in different states. So you get to know these people and you interact with them. You do trades with them. You do random acts of kindnesses with them. You learn from them. You discuss things with them. You do off-air hangouts and just talk and bullshit with them. Have online beers with them. You know what I mean? Like kind of like what we do right here. And then you become really good friends with them. And that, I think that to me it speaks more volume when it comes to everything we know about comic books, about collecting, about statues, about everything, and about the individual. It's just wonderful what this community has become from when we actually first started it. And I'm glad to be a part of that community that brought people together in this type of form. And I'm glad that people can see the love of collecting, whether it be comic books or statues or coins or whatever they love, or I don't know. To me, I've gained so much from YouTube and social media platforms that I have gained in a whole entire lifetime of knowing people and enjoying the things that we share common interests with, if that makes any sense. I really, really am grateful for that. If I were to stand up at a Thanksgiving table with all the people that I mentioned, and plus, that's probably what I would say. I'd say this is what I'm thankful for, is that getting to know these people in the community and learning from them and interacting with them. So I think that it just to go off of what Hank Muller's question was, do you think YouTube has helped comic books? Yeah, I think it's helped, but I also think it's hurt it as well. And what I mean by hurting it is that I think for a lot of collectors, that because you have such a wide platform, a social media platform, is that it's out there now. So there's more people that's viewing in and learning from this and are trying to jump on board with the collecting or with the flipping or with whatever, and they could hurt it as well, So that's why I think there's always a good and a bad. There's always up and downs. But it's what you make of it at the end of it, and if you make it positive, then you're going to get something positive of it. If you make it negative, you're going to get something negative of it, as which we've seen in the past. Who some YouTubers who've made it negative, and or we've seen negativity out of that, or caught negativity out of that, and then eventually it will come out. Because I tell you what, a lot of members of the CBF family, if you ain't legit, they're gonna call you. They're gonna call you out, man. It don't matter who the hell you are. They're gonna call you out, man. So.
Oh, yeah. So before I show the journey in the mystery, because I had to go. This frame right here, it can hold graded comics, CGC. I got it off a collector's resource. Well, actually, Cheryl bought it for me 2014. So whenever I hang this on the wall, I'm able to hold like 3 different comics or whatever on the wall. So that's that. So first one I'll show that was in the frame is this Batman. This is the 200th issue, signature series. I got it signed by Neil Adams. As you can see, his crazy ass signature. I don't know, like he taking a shit or something, and he had to write it real quick. But I got that done through Desert Wind Comics. Desert Wind Comics is a company down in Vegas. So I've dealt with them, some good experiences, some bad experience, but with the bad experience, they was able to take care of their part to fix the issue. So kudos on that. Next is, everybody knows my favorite DC superhero female is Power Girl. So I got the All-Star Comics 58, First Prince of Power Girl. I bought this off eBay, so that was last year. Like I said, I bought a lot of graded books when I was in Alaska last year. So are you ready for this? I'm pretty sure everybody's ready to see this. So about a couple of months ago, say right about August, I got here in El Paso. Found out there's 8 comic book stores around here, so I went peeping them all out. And the one that caught my eye is called All-Star Comics and Games. For one, the owner used to be in the military. 2, Same MOS as me and Marty, 13 Bravo. So that was really a plus.
That's 13 Bravo is a field artillery man.
Field artillery.
Cannoneer,
Cannoncocker.
you name it. We shoot the big guns, motherfucker.
Yeah, so the first book I bought from him was Blade. Well, not Blade. I take that back. The first appearance of Blade, Tomb of Dracula, number 10, which I have that signed by Stan Lee. Once again, thanks to Big O. So that's raw right now, just signed. So then he's like, okay, I think he said I could tell you like Silver Age, so I'm gonna take you back into the office, show you some books. So when he pulled this book out, I was like, I gotta have that shit. Gotta have it. Went home, talked to the wife, and said, hey, I gotta have this book. She said, do what you gotta do. And that's what I did. I went in and got Journey to Mystery, 83, a 4.5. And not ashamed to say how much I paid for it. $4,500. With tax and everything, it was like 48. But I have the book that I wanted, the first appearance of my favorite character, Thor. At that time when I bought it, I was, I talked to Marty about it, and I was thinking about maybe cracking it and getting it signed, getting it pressed and all that, but I don't want to take that chance. I'm happy with the 4.5, and I'm going to just leave it alone. So there you go, Vernon Johnson. There's a Journey to Mystery 83. I don't know if I'm the first person that you've seen hold it up, but I actually own it. I'm part of the Holy Grail Club. I think there's not a lot of us on comic book fanatics. So that was another thing that me and Martin discussed. What is the Holy Grail Club? Well, for one, you see that one, 83, and I'm thinking Amazing Fantasy 15, kudos to James Hayes, X-Men #1, Spider-Man #1, especially if you get a first appearance of Batman, which is in Detective Comics, and then his first #1 issue of just the Batman title itself. Superman, Action Comics 1, those are holy grails. Now, grails.
Let me ask you that, Ray. What is a holy grail compared to a grail, compared to a gem, compared to a key issue? I mean, what would you categorize that with, man? What how would you separate that? Because for some people, for instance, that's your holy grail, but someone else's holy grail might be a little bit different, man. Somebody's holy grail might be a commission that they receive for $50. You know what I mean? From a favorite artist. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, we discussed that before, and I think, yes, this is my personal holy grail, but it's also a holy grail considering it's the first appearance of a iconic character. Like Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man, that is a holy grail. And I think the older books carry that weight of holy grails. Now, like we discussed before, Wolverine, we would consider him a grail because that title is the Hulk. The Hulk #1 is a grail. Hulk 181 is just a grail because that's the first appearance of Wolverine. Then like you said, there's the other aspects is in gems, which that would be something like Deadpool. His first appearance would probably be a gem because he's not really no iconic character. A lot of people like him.
I think he's more of a. I think that's more of a key issue than a gem, man.
Key issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
To me, I mean, I think a gem is one step above a key issue, because now you're getting into a label of something that's a little bit more higher than a key, like I don't know, Deadpool, first appearance of Deadpool, New Mutants number 98. To me that's a key issue because it's the first appearance of Deadpool, right? And then I don't know, you step up to a little bit of a gem where you've got a first appearance of, I don't know, say Batgirl. First appearance of Batgirl. To me, that would be like a gem because that's Batgirl. It's like an older character. I know that would vary between people, and I think that would vary between people. What holy grails are compared to one person to another. I think that's a certain person's perspective, in a sense, if that makes any sense.
Now, what would you now? Like you said, Batgirl, the first appearance of Batgirl. What do you consider her as? You consider her as a gem? Because she wouldn't be considered a holy grail because she's not really no. To me, it's got to be that character. She's more of a gem, I think.
Yeah, I think to me, I
between a gem and a
I
key
think
issue.
Key issue. I put her down more as a key issue than a gem, because, like I said, I think she's one step a little bit higher. Now here's the thing. Like, for instance, Harley Quinn. Let's talk about Harley Quinn. First appearance of Harley Quinn, Batman Adventures number 12, before the DC continuity. Okay. That to me, that is it is a key issue, but it is also a gem for me. Is it a holy grail? Not necessarily. As much as I love Harley Quinn, I love the character, I love her personality, I love everything, but I wouldn't put her in the range of her being a holy grail for me. Now, holy grail for me would be Amazing Fantasy number 15. You know what I mean? Because one, that is the first time you ever see Amazing Spider-Man, and it is such an older book. And it is something that I've always wanted, So, James Hayes, fuck you, eat shit and die. All right, just to throw that out there. But
James,
that's a holy.
James is the king of the Holy Grail. He's on that. You know how they got the High Club? He's on that Holy Grail club. Yeah. I mean, that man has got some amazing books. Books.
He's got, literally.
He just showed me anything's possible. So, like I said, I'm not an X-Men fan. I don't collect X-Men, but hey, I might get that book just because it's a holy grail. It's the first appearance of the X-Men. Who wouldn't want the first appearance of the X-Men? The Amazing Fantasy 15, like you said, or Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Who wouldn't want those books? If you can afford it, get it and then just cherish it. If you buy it raw, the first thing I would try to do is maybe get one of those old school artists, if they're still alive, to sign it, send it and get it pressed and get it made to preserve that sucker. But
if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. But like I said, I'm gonna leave my book alone, not getting it pressed, nothing. 4.5 is good enough for me, and once I complete this run, I'll be very, 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 very happy. And then just start working on getting all my Thor books graded. That's my next goal, pretty much. To get all the Journey to Mystery graded and then work with the rest of the Thor books and get graded. So that way my personal collection is preserved. It's gonna cost me a lot of money, but oh well, you only live once.
You only live once, and you remember we were on Lou's show, man, and we talked to Carlos 16 Scale, and he was talking.
James gave you the peace sign.
Well, James, I'm glad you're still watching, brother. So, you know how we were talking to Carlos 16 Scale, and he was talking about when he dies, he's getting, he's having a mausoleum made. So when he dies, it's like, he's going in that mausoleum with all his 16 Scales, the statues, and the more and more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that's a good fucking idea, man. You know what I mean? It's just, start payments on a mausoleum where, when you bury, like how the Egyptians do. Yeah. When they die, they bring that shit with them, man. So, yeah, maybe I'll do something like that, man. So, Carlos, good idea, brother. I might do something like that.
Yeah, the only thing you got to worry about is grave robbers, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Grave robbers or family members that, oh man, he got all this shit. I'm going to get this shit. I need some money. I'm
gonna tell. Hey, what you can do is like the Egyptians used to do was like they lock the slaves in, they kill them, so they couldn't get out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. They die with the pharaohs and shit like that. I don't know, man. So All right. Anything else, Ray? Because I'm almost done with this this tankard of ale right here, man. I think it's almost that
I think
time to
that's it,
shut
brother,
it.
man. Maybe we just need like I said, whenever we get time, maybe do this again. I know everybody likes the comic talk, but I kind of like this a whole lot better. You know, that way people can put in their comments on things, and we can chat and just shoot the shit like we said we like doing, shooting the shit with each other. You
Well,
know.
I want to apologize to a lot of the viewers and a lot of the panel members out there about Comic Talk, and because we got a lot of feedback after I had posted that statement about closing out Comic Talk, and they were just like, "Oh no, don't close it out. Just say you're going on a hiatus, end of an era, kind of thing." I mean, that I just want to say I really appreciate you guys' support and your guys' feedback on that. I really appreciate your everything that you've taken your time out to support Comic Talk and support comic book fanatics. But as much as I loved Comic Talk, and you guys know that was my baby, I just don't have the time to do it right now, and the way life is going with me right now, that's probably one of the reasons why you didn't see a Comic Talk for a long period of time. So, and I talked, and before I made that decision, I talked to Ray about it. I said, "Hey, Ray, man, because of all this stuff going on, let's just close it out." And me and Ray agreed. So, before one of us makes a decision on Comic Book Fanatics, we always discuss it with each other before we actually, come with a conclusion for it. And so it was something that we had discussed. So we decided just to go ahead and end Comic Talk. But doesn't mean that I'm going away or me and Ray's going away. We're still around. There's still other shows out there that are very, very knowledgeable on what they talk about. There's other people in the community, and I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you to everybody who was part of the panel members, and they took their time out of their busy schedule away from their families, and to come on the show. And as much as I loved Comic Talk and as much as that was my baby, I just think that's probably the best thing to do right now. Who's to say that Comic Talk won't come back one of these days within maybe a few years or so from now, or whatever. But I think it's just like Ray said. I think it's easier for us to come up and do a live stream and shoot the shit and talk about a few things that we have, and maybe invite someone on to come and talk with us every once in a while, and not a big forum. But I hope no one's upset. That's not what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to get people upset by closing that out. And I didn't really think anybody would really mind or care, to be honest with you, Ray. You know what I mean? I didn't think anybody would care, man, because we haven't done a Comic Talk for so long. And there was like so many shows out there, I didn't think really anybody would give a shit, but I just wanted to just throw that out there just so people weren't like hanging on to the idea of Comic Talk, for a Sunday episode. So that's the reason why I put it out there, man. But I honestly didn't really think people gave a shit like they did, man. But like some of the feedback that we got, man, it kind of it was disappointing to me to hear people feel that way, man, because I felt like I was disappointing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one of the messages I even seen where somebody said just wait till after the holidays, because with the holidays going on, and that's another thing. Everybody's busy doing their thing with their family, whatever. But people been in school, they know that school is time consuming. Like, I took a break this weekend because it's been rough. It's been nonstop since August 22nd. I got a test coming up on Thursday, so I'll probably start studying Monday for it, and I got another paper due the week after that, and then before you know it, the year is over with. Then I start a new semester where I got to write 2 10-page papers. I got to take 4 tests within those 2 months, and then the next 2 months is the same old thing. So it's just time consuming. Like I said, I enjoy the Comic Talk. might not talk a lot on there because I like to listen to what everybody. That's how I learn my stuff, is in, listening to everybody that's on there talking or whatever, to get my knowledge or whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. I like this forum to be able to express, well, just to show all the subscribers and CBF members and the folks out there, what I have, what Marty has, and come up with some different topics to talk about or answer questions that you say. I think that's a little bit easier than with a big panel of members, answer the questions or whatever.
Or maybe we could do this like maybe invite I know sometimes people want, there's like people that want to come into Comic Talk to promote something. Maybe we can invite, like, next time we like shoot the shit or something like that, we can invite somebody on that wants to promote something real quick, and they can promote it on this type of forum. Because you saw some of the messages, Ray, where people they ask us, hey, can we come onto your show to promote our convention or to promote our comic book or promote our, fast track or whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, no problem, And so maybe we can just bring them on just to promote them, because they kind of, I guess for them, they kind of, if they do it on our type of form, I guess they feel like Comic Book Fanatics is associated with them or something like that, and it'll bring in more attention for them. But that's fine with me. I have no problem with that. And with that said, too, I also want to. I talked to Glenn, and if you guys don't know Glenn, he handles a lot of artists, man. There's some wonderful, really great artists out there, and he'll handle like some of their commissions and payments and stuff like that, and he'll mediate that. And I had asked him last week if he wanted to partner with Comic Book Fanatics as far as promoting each other. We'll promote some of his artists or of whoever he wants to highlight. Or if there's certain events or things like that he wants to promote. I said, yeah, let's tit for tat here. Like, if I'll help promote you and your artists, as long as you help promote our Comic Book Fanatics and stuff like that. And no hidden agenda, of course. I don't expect any type of discount on commissions or discounts on anything or free this or free that. No, it's more tit for tat as far as helping each other out. So Glenn Atkins, check him out. I'm going to throw his name out there. I'm going to give him a good a good shout out, because he's got a whole bunch of artists. He's on Facebook, so check him out on Facebook. He's got a whole bunch. As a matter of fact, I commissioned one of his artists, Sarah, whatever her last name is, but she is just absolutely amazing artist, Sarah Giordano. And I'm sorry if I got that name wrong. I apologize. It's kind of like my last name, where if you don't hear it sounded out, then you kind of screw it up. But check him out. He has a whole bunch of artists that are under him that he manages for commissions. Wonderful artists, and one of them is Sarah, and I've got a commission in the works by her of oh man, I can't wait to see it, man, to be honest with you, Ray. But so we're gonna partner up as far as supporting each other and promoting each other on that, man.
Alrighty.
All right. So but nevertheless, as I mentioned, I just want to say thank you to everybody who supported Comic Talk. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate what you guys did. I hope you guys are not upset with us for closing out Comic Talk. CBF is not going anywhere. We still have CBF Facebook group. I have my own personal Instagram that I call Comic Book Fanatics as well, which I post a lot of things. And I'm on Twitter as well. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's Comic Book Fanatics. Instagram is also Comic Book Fanatics. And then our Facebook group is Comic Book Fanatics. So everything is Comic Book Fanatics, okay? So just check us out, and you'll see the icon of me and Ray. Sometimes you'll see like me, half Ray and half me. You see like Ray's side and my side. Ebony, and Ivory live together in perfect
Salt and pepper, baby. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper.
salt and pepper. You guys still going on Collector's Chat with you? Yes, Bat Force Global. I am still going on Collector's Chat with Lou. We were talking about that earlier. Yes, I'm still part of the Collector's Chat. And I'm also still part of TiVo show, Lords of the Round Table. So I am not going anywhere when it comes to that. And also Ray is part of Collector's Chat as well.
Yeah, and then the other one, I know I invited on Sean's channel, him and Undisputed Frost. So I'm gonna probably hop on there a little bit or whatever and discuss with them. So we haven't went away, like Marty said. You know, we've been invited to other channels to speak on there, which I like that as well. That we asked to come on other shows to chat with panel members on there as well. So even though Comic Talk has went away, but there's, like I said, there's still other talk shows out there, other comic channels out there that you can still check out, and then, you know, go give them guys subs and show them some love or whatever. Especially my man Big O, show that man some love.
Sure.
That dude is so generous within the community, and sometimes I feel bad because I go and look and he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. I know I'm not trying to make a sob story for him or whatever, but the dude is a very how you say it, likable and very generous person. So like I said, go check out his videos. The dude has a lot of signature books. May not be your style because, you know, PGX, but he has a lot of Stan Lee signed books that he's got graded through PGX, and just amazing collection. And he also sells books. So go peep him out. Big O down in Vegas. Like I said, very, very nice guy. And I'm glad to be able to call him a friend because that's what he is to me, a very close friend.
We've met, you know, and we don't throw that term loosely around, friends and acquaintances, but some of the guys we met on here, I consider them lifelong friends, you know. Oh, thank you to Vernon Johnson, man. I guess that promotion worked. He just started following us on Instagram. So thanks a lot, Vernon, for the follow right there, and appreciate that. But anyways, hey guys, that's all we really got, man. Thank you for tuning in with us with Comic Book Fanatics, shooting the shit with us, me and Ray. I had no idea what to name this live stream, so I just put CBF1. There's really no name for it because this is not like something we're doing like every week. We're just going to do this out of the whim wherever we feel like it and just talk, and we'll go as long as the beer keeps flowing, and the beer is almost out. So I'm just like 2 sips away or a sip away from the rest of the beer. So thanks a lot for joining, everybody. You guys take care of yourselves out there. Be safe out there for the holidays. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive and drink.
And if you gotta smack your spouse, just walk away. It's not worth going to jail. So if she's talking crazy, just walk away. Go outside. Even if it's raining, go outside and walk in the rain. That way you'll cool off, and then the cops won't come to the house. There's no worse thing than going to jail during the holidays. So
yeah, don't forget to wrap it as well. I mean, if you're gonna go out for the younger guys, if you're gonna pick some lady up, make sure you wrap it, man. Because the last thing you need is some STDs. You don't need some child support that you can't afford, especially if you're.
Then you can't buy your holy grails that you want.
Exactly. Don't abuse your wife. Yeah, don't abuse your wives, don't abuse your spouse, don't abuse your girls, and don't forget, don't abuse your animals, guys. I'm a big animal lover, so don't kick your dog, don't kick your cat. If you feel like taking out on something, just freaking punch a wall and hurt your damn self before you hit an animal, okay? But nevertheless, guys, you guys take care of yourself. Ray, I think this was a wonderful evening, just kind of like shoot the shit and relax and have a few beers and talk about a few things and catch up on a few things, man. So I appreciate you doing this stuff, man. And this is what CBF is all about, is loving what you collect and collect what you love, man. So you guys take care of out there. Peace out. Happy holidays. Belated happy Thanksgiving. And hopefully we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, guys.
All right. Peace out. Everybody take it easy.